And we're back here once again with another episode of the MSK show. And this is going to be episode 164. So I hope you guys had a great day and hope you guys are having a great weekend. Well, Captain America Brave New World's not having a great weekend as it had a 82% drop in its second weekend domestically here. So that is also not good. And I even called it too. I had said, hey, this movie's probably not going to have the best word of mouth. And going into week 2, as you saw currently right now, the movie completely fell apart, at least in the second week. Now, I don't know what the actual bounce back ratio of the movie is going to be after week 2, because movies can sometimes bounce back from having a drastic second weekend, but that's actually a very rare thing, and that's not happening, because that would mean that having an 82% drop means the word of mouth was so unbelievably bad that everyone that saw it the first week told everyone not to see it again or at all. That's not good. It's actually terrible. So good job, Marvel. You've pretty much killed all your goodwill in the last fucking few years. It's crazy. People said Endgame was the conclusion for them. Well, in phase 3, Spider-Man Far From Home concludes phase 3, and well, ever since Far From Home, they just been putting out, I don't know, man, just constant L's constantly. Far From Home stinks, donkey ass. Fucking WandaVision wasn't good. Falcon Winter Soldier was pretty much okay, not good, I guess. A lot of people. What was after that? What If season 1, not good. You had Loki, that's not
Echo.
good.
You had Echo.
Hawkeye, that fucking sucks.
Yeah.
What else is there? She-Hulk, that stuff. That's that stuff. My bad. That's
well, Kevin Feige and Bob Iger had one of two choices. We can keep making good movies or just start sucking ass. And for whatever reason, they just decided, you know what? No, it isn't enough just to suck ass. Let's suck cock too.
Really bad.
Yeah, that's actually pretty accurate.
Like, the shows are mostly just terrible. The fucking movie.
To be fair, they get to floss their teeth with all the taint hairs after that. But yeah. Just get nice Black and deep Widow, like in there.
Not good. Shang-Chi, just rather, well, it's Ishiro's people. They're rather just mid, honestly. Shang-Chi mid. Eternals. It's crazy how people call Thor the Dark World the worst MCU movie, and then in 2021 they made Eternals, which is considered the worst MCU movie. Eternals is pretty. I would
say Marvels. I can actually still watch.
You actually went and watched that? That's crazy. I didn't want to see that shit. I'm good.
Oh, I wore the Make Marvel's Milligan shirt from Nerdrotic. I bought whatever.
No, Shang-Chi's Chinese. The Japanese and the Chinese are mortal enemies.
Yeah, I was about to say, wait a minute.
You know what? What the funniest part about the racism in like, let's say, the American zeitgeist of racism is like white versus black. Yeah. Until you meet the Asian community hates every other Asian community way more than anywhere as much as white versus black could ever.
The only thing
there's a hierarchy there. There's a literally hierarchy. It's like, the Philippines are down here, the Japanese are up here, and you're just like, Jesus Christ. Like you would have no idea, because as the racism goes, we don't know the difference.
No. The one thing that holds Southeast Asia together and China is their mutual hatred of the Japanese. Seriously.
I could see that, yeah, but tell me, there's a hierarchy of like Asian ranks out there.
What do you guys think about Koreans? So like, there's Koreans.
Tell me that
Chinese.
That's what I'm saying.
They all hate each other.
There's a ranking system.
Well,
each one is slightly different.
Korea and Southeast Asia all loathe but want to be China. China views itself as at the top of the pyramid. Japan doesn't even view itself as part of Asia. It's its own thing, and they feel they're better than all of their neighbors, so they can go to hell.
How do you guys feel about North Korea?
See, look at that Asian on Asian hate there.
Yeah.
How do y'all?
Is that like, what is a? I would say, is that Eastern Asia versus like Southern Asia? Like I can't justify it on the map because I've never been to those sides. Like I'm actually curious. I'm genuinely curious. Like, how do these things view each other in general? Like, what is the hierarchy there? Because I've heard comedians,
so much,
but I would hear it from, like, let's say a normal person. I don't know where your ranking is or where you're at, or what, but I'm just curious. genuinely
tell you what the ranking is. I mean, basically the Japanese have kind of a superiority complex, which is fine. I mean, the belief that they have such a unique and superior culture that's incomprehensible to anyone outside, but they love people taking interest in it.
I love Asian people for that. They're so superiority complex they have that they're the best at everything that has ever happened. I love it.
And then China views itself as kind of the great civilization like Rome. And again, all of their neighbors have a problem with China, but admire and want to be China. But
So I have to ask
all
you
of
this
them
then.
equally hate the Japanese. And
what
when
I
I was in
find
high
interesting
school,
about oh sorry,
Yeah.
I just wanted to comment real quick. The thing that I find interesting, and I feel like every culture has it. There's something in each culture that everyone would like, and if you could combine all those things, it'd be like that would be the superior culture. But everyone's just like, we're good at this, we're good at this. Like America, like I would say, we're better at free speech and like gun rights and stuff like that, you know. And then other places like probably have way better trains and cooler transportation, and I don't want to say better ways of living because there are some slightly archaic views that are happening in that. And in the same way that like TikTok and stuff would like highlight some of the best parts that are out here, like the Red Note stuff highlights the best views that are out there, which is like you're just watching millionaires show off all their cool shit, which is, I mean, that's great and all, but it's like, yeah, but that's literally the 1% of each side. You know what I mean? Like, is that, I doubt that's how everybody is living out there. They're like, yeah, that 1% is like how people vacation type of deal. Is that how it is? I don't know how it is where you guys are. I don't know where you guys are at. I know you guys are
Arizona.
Oh, okay. Well, you're here in the States then.
Yeah.
So like
Arizona? Holy shit. Okay.
But do you have you
California?
God, you used to live here in California?
I'm still in
California.
I grew up in Inglewood. We lived in San Diego until 2020.
You're just actually, you know what's crazy? You actually look like Tiny.
You got out.
Tiny?
She doesn't look like Tiny.
She looks like Tiny in an odd way.
Just because she's like a skinnier looking white girl doesn't make her fucking tiny, dude. Other than she probably looks tiny.
We have this female friend named Tiny But Fierce. You look exactly like her.
I'm taller than
you
him.
do not.
Oh my god! You guys don't see it. Am I just crazy then?
I see
you were crazy.
It's my hair, isn't it?
You both have
a little bit, but Tiny's also. I think Tiny's grown her hair out a bit. So
dude, literally, facial
now.
structures are completely different. Like, how do you not see that? Like, that's
I'm also wearing a mask.
This is what makes me realize that
count.
fucking like racism is well and aware in America. Is just like, oh wow, you just happen to be a skinny white girl. You look like this other skinny white girl I know. Shut the fuck up. They look completely different. If you can't, if they were to stand in a lineup and you couldn't tell them apart, you're an idiot.
Well, I'm saying they had that grandma look going on right now. They both had glasses. I'm just saying.
How are you gonna say that, dude?
Well, okay, then let's go there. What's her cup size?
Oh, yours are bigger for sure. I can tell.
Thank you.
Yeah, hers are smaller by significant amount. Let's just say.
See, we're nothing
alike. She's also
alike.
90 pounds.
Oh, I'm not 90.
Oh, good Lord. But, that's what happens in the world. You can joke around. Nowadays, if I said those things to a woman in real life, they'd be like, you're sexist. I'm like, we're not allowed to joke.
Fuck modern women.
Way that you talk, do you talk the way that you talk in line to women in real life? Because if you
I'm not going to lie, yeah, I do.
Of course,
they actually just find it funny.
You never get any. Of course, you never get
He's running up to them
0%.
He's running up to them with the little tiny handheld fluffy microphone.
He's like, hey, where do you like me to leave it after we're done tonight?
I want to do that. When I go to Vegas this year for the meetup, I do want to do that. That sounds so fun. Just go up to random girls and be like, hey, what's your favorite position?
Does size matter?
How would that not work?
Dude, that's fishing a barrel doing that in Vegas.
I'm just saying, like,
2/3 of the women you're going to run into are prostitutes.
The biggest problem with that is he's going to end up with a bunch of dudes around him.
I'm not going to try that around some of the girls that Gary and Jeremy bring. It's got to be random whores that just got off the club, just shaking their ass.
Uppercut you for them.
Oh my god! So okay, Simpfax. That's what I'm going to rename you in the chat. Your name is Simpfax. Then
I'm not simping for any of them. I just don't. if someone like you walked up the way that you talk in front of the women that are around there, I don't care where we're at. If you're at a random freaking beat down bar somewhere and you came out talking the way that you talk half the time, I'd be the guy to freaking throw your ass out by your neck, dude.
Oh my God, hate crime. He's gonna like a black man. See,
If I
Race to
were a
that's
woman,
well.
I would be like, "Help! Police! Stranger danger!"
Shit. All the women look the same to MSK because he doesn't
Hey,
interact.
to
with
be
many
fair,
women.
I'm
It's
being
not true.
nice on stream right now. This is me being nice to you. Like,
Good Lord. Don't worry, man. I've been in a few scuffles back in my day. It's okay.
you
It's
have
been a while.
you absolutely haven't.
See, we can go a few rounds. It's the same thing. That's, even dialogue was better back in the MCU. You know, the first Avengers movie when Captain and Iron Man were just looking at each other. He's like, you want to go outside and throw hands for a little bit? Then it got interrupted because the Hulk was hulking out and shit. Yeah, now we have corny dialogue about fucking, I don't know what. None of us remember it because it's that bad. It's that unrememberable. Crazy.
But they do cry.
They cry a lot. Yeah, they do. Oh, God.
Well,
What else do
you're
we have?
talking about before they were subsidized by USAID.
There was Echo, there was Moon Knight, there was
Oh
what
no!
else?
Oh God, Moon Knight. Another horrible. That show was pretty bad.
Yeah.
Moon Knight is pretty bad.
Dude, there's just a stack of stuff that. Oh, and also Agatha.
That was cinema. What are you talking about? It's a great show. Lesbian witches. What are you talking
People
about?
people remember that?
People watched it.
No, dude,
No.
they're
That's
like
sad.
all the really big like YouTubers that I watch, like and follow, like Az from Heel versus Babyface and Disparu.
Mhm.
I remember watching like up to episode 4 of their reviews of them, of Agatha, and then I don't remember anything after because I think they all just stopped and the show just like nobody cared anymore.
Like half the stuff that comes out is
Yeah.
just either.
Are you
super
looking at Kat
forgettable-
because she actually likes Agatha?
Oh, no.
Fuck no.
I saw y'all exchange smiles there, and I was like, "Oh, she likes it. I have to."
Oh, no.
I have to be gentle when
we
I roast it now.
exchanged smiles because she's holding back.
Oh my God! See, that's the thing. All these guys are cloud chasers. They literally get a load of clout just for being here. Oh my goodness. What else came out? I mean, you had No Way Home. Well, that was pretty good for a lot of people. You had Guardians 3. What else
The
was there?
last time I cared was Winter Soldier.
Yeah,
Seriously.
yeah.
That's probably a pretty fair statement. Yeah.
Good
I
God.
watched WandaVision, and I saw Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and then after that, I was like, "Nah, I'm not doing this." Because I remember sitting on the couch with my mom, and we're just rolling our eyes during like the scene in what was it, Baltimore, where what is it, where Bucky and Falcon are in the street, and the cop walks up to them and is like, "Sir, is this black man bothering you?"
Yeah, because that happens.
Yeah. No.
In
Oh, no.
fucking Baltimore.
No,
yeah,
I lost it.
the cops don't go into the ghetto in freaking
No.
Baltimore,
Really?
not unless they have to pick up a
No, they
body.
don't.
No.
Oh God, I'm good.
It's basically a DMZ.
Or
It
oh my God, in
is. It
She-Hulk,
really
remember in She-Hulk when Tatiana Maslany's character is just going on a super hard rant at her cousin, saying that she can control her anger and she has to deal with more things than him before she even became a version of Hulk. That's it. She just started freaking out at him. Like, I was like, oh, these shows are all bad, man. Literally after fucking She-Hulk, I was done with the shows. The shows I was completely just done with. The movies, catch them from time to time whenever they drop. Like Captain America: Brave New World. It's like people watched it, they're just mostly super like apathetic, and they were like, "Oh yeah, this is just the same old Marvel." It was crazy because Deadpool Wolverine came out the year before, which a lot of people apparently really really liked. So
Yeah.
hopefully they can.
I mean, we all knew they weren't going to build off the they were going to be able to build off the enjoyment that people got from Deadpool and Wolverine. There was no shot.
Oh,
Well,
True.
Deadpool and Wolverine only works as a story because we've had a decade's worth of horrible, shitty stories
mhm.
for them to make fun of.
Yeah.
Although, gotta be honest, I so fangirled and screamed in the theater when Blade came out. Blade's my boy.
Yeah,
Seriously.
Blade. Yeah, dude, and that's still in limbo. With what's
No, it's
what's his name?
not.
I don't
They
even
shit
think
canned
Blade's
it.
in limbo. No,
They-
they
they
shit canned it.
they've shit canned it. Like, dude, they had that guy Mahershala Ali
Yeah,
on
yeah.
like standby for years now. He actually announced it, and then I feel like he wasn't doing stuff for years because they were just leading him on, and now he's like, "Fuck it, I'm going to go do Jurassic World or whatever." And it's like,
No,
yeah,
they were
go get your
leading him
paycheck,
on
dude.
because they
That's
didn't
He's
have
a
a
good
script.
what happened.
actor, and he would look perfect in the role. But all the stuff was like him surrounded by like 3 other women, trying to obtain like the Blade role, like almost that passing of the baton bullshit. And it's like, and then Deadpool Wolverine came out and literally sliced that shit to. He was like, "I'm the only Blade," and you're like, "God damn, how are you gonna follow
true,
that
yeah.
up? You got to come out and like you get whatever movie you're gonna do with it. Like it needs to be better than the opening scene of the first Blade with the blood rain in the dance floor. Are you gonna top
Yeah.
that? You got to
No.
top. You immediately. Your opening needs to top that. How are you going to top that? You're just not
Don't-
going to
yeah.
do it.
Well,
Those
they
proposed
can't.
leaks-
They
not.
can't because
Yeah.
they don't
Step
have
the
the
fuck
talent
back.
writing the films anymore.
Of course they don't.
The
Of
people,
course they
the,
don't.
you know,
They're
all the
idiots.
all the
They don't
decent
need
writers
to.
have
They
walked
have a
away.
script. The idea was that Blade would be the next
script. Be worse than the
Whistler,
last one.
Yeah. You know,
and he'd be training his replacement.
that's so weird
What,
because that was gonna
what
be
you're
a smart
talking about is
movie.
doing Old Man Blade. Like you
Old
want to
Yes.
Man Blade.
which would be the smart move. Do Old Man
That
Blade.
was the
like,
plan. They have a script.
Like
They
like
actually
do-
have a script.
I'm sure they do. And like you know how they did Logan, like they would do Logan and then they would do like Blade, do an R-rated
Exactly.
and you could send them out and then maybe bleed the new ones in or whatever. But none of these characters take off. They don't take off in the comic books. They're not appealing. None of this passing on of the torch stuff has worked in basically any other character other than reboots. And reboots is not passing on of the character. They just don't work. And they haven't figured that part out yet. If one of these companies finally figures it out, great. But right now they haven't. They simply
It's
just
not a
have not
figure-
done
They
that.
won't. They won't.
not a
And you know what?
figuring it
You know
out.
what they? What is it? The freaking director for Captain America or Brave New World. You know what he was talking about in an interview like sometime within the last couple days. So he was talking about how the freaking end cutscene was like it was supposed to be like a subtle reference to the Illuminati.
Mhm.
And
Yep.
when I heard that, I was like, my gosh, if you try to put Marvel's Illuminati on screen now with the level of talent you have
Yeah.
displayed, you are going to murder your entire fucking
Didn't
property.
they do that in Doctor Strange 2 though? Wasn't
Yes,
that them?
but not only that. Here's the thing: the reason why the Illuminati are compelling Marvel is because they are intellectually powerful, influential, strong-willed men.
Oh, so me. Thank you.
Male leaders in the Marvel universe that are
Oh
making.
yeah, they can't have that nowadays.
Yeah, no, and they're making that addition. In addition to that, these powerful men, they're making complex moral decisions for what they see to be the greater good of humanity. And they, if Marvel tries to do that now with, like I said, with the talent they have and like what they've displayed, I mean, already half the cast of the Illuminati hasn't been even introduced yet. 2 of them are dead.
Look, the simple fact of the matter is this. Look, Hollywood is always 4 to 5 years behind whatever the current thing is. Like, so whatever we're getting right now, like that's why we're getting shit like G20 and all this crap and like this bullshit that's coming out. It's because they're 4 to 5 years behind. Maybe they're catching up. Maybe they're only 3 years behind. But we won't get any of the newer stuff that's going to reflect some of the like what people actually want to see for another 2 years. So the stuff we're getting in the next couple of years is still going to reflect a bunch of the bull crap that technically a lot of us, let's say, voted out and or literally we're totally against. Like we're just
Widely
totally against
rejected.
these ideas.
Well,
yeah, there
it's
you
worse
go.
than
Widely
that.
rejected.
It's
No,
worse than that.
it is. I'm just being generalization.
I
here.
mean, yeah, Hollywood's always been behind the curve on that. But in this case, it's not that they're just behind the curve. They're well aware of what would work. They know what would work.
Which
They
He's
is
don't
doing it.
want that to work.
Yeah.
They want their propaganda. They are so dedicated to
Yep.
the message.
Yeah, and part of it is also vanity. A lot of them, they're like, oh, I don't need to adapt the original story because if I reimagine it, I can do it better. And it's just-
Reimagine it. For a
Yeah,
modern
there's-
audience.
Dude, that's such bullshit. If you can't adapt the original fucking story, what on God's green earth makes you think that the
Dude,
audience is going to believe that you can
perfect
reimagine
example-
the shit and it's going to be a banger?
Perfect example of that is like Rings of Power, where they're like, Tolkien did this, but you know what? We can do
We're
it
gonna
better.
do this.
Shut the fuck up. This guy sold is like he's the like he's number 2 on the selling list next to the Bible. Like, what the hell are you talking about? Like, I can write
Well-
better than, like, give me a break. You suck. You all suck compared to that. And why
Well,
would you ever
it's
try to
worse than
rewrite that?
The last thing they want is to retell a
absolutely
story
worse
written
than
by an anarcho-capitalist Catholic.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
It's that simple. They want their stupid commie message with their stupid woke agenda, and and their stupid feelings and their stupid non-existent modern audience with all their whammon girl boss bullshit. It's not happening. Nobody likes that shit.
Well, that and they didn't have the rights to any of the cool shit. Yeah, they
Well,
had
see,
the rights to
the-
the Silmarillion only,
Oh,
The-
yeah.
and
the-
they
the only
kind of
problem that-
couldn't eat the characters that crossed over.
The only problem that I see with like the whole woman strong bullshit is that horror movies exist. Horror movies consist like it's literally like strong female
it's
badasses
not.
defeat
Most like Final Girls.
100%.
No, it's not.
Yeah, final girls. They
No, it's not.
all they all
No,
come
no.
through.
No, final girl
name
does
me
not mean
3.
strong.
No,
They come through in the end.
That's not the same thing.
Strong
It's
women.
different. You're thinking of like, okay, the way that they're portraying strong women now is they basically take on male characteristics. They don't need to do that.
That is not what I'm
Uh,
thinking. That is not what
you
I'm thinking, sir.
Please explain. I would love
You
to
are
hear
actually
this.
better at it than I am, but if you would like me to dive into it, I can.
Yes,
Well,
have
you
them
just
have them
tear into it.
have
That-
them have the,
Okay,
You see
fine.
what
the
just
male-
happened there?
have the
Here,
male
I'll start. I'll be the
have
nice
the male
one.
explain the
okay,
strong
you be
female.
the
Real quick,
nice one.
chat,
You wrote
chat,
a book on the subject.
I'll be the
Chat,
nice
you
one.
guys see what
okay?
happened there?
You be the nice one, and then I can go in like
I'm
a
just eating
bulldog
popcorn.
later.
I
I've written
like
an
stuff.
entire
Have
book
the,
on
have
this
the
subject.
have the dude explain the strong female. Let's go.
I wrote an entire book, Boobs of Steel. And it is a pop culture book following the Amazonian archetype all the way from the Paleolithic era to now. And I cover the evolution of of why we need Amazonian archetypes, what function they serve in fiction, why they're important. I go through all the history of various characters and the various archetypes that have evolved from it. And the number one thing about the Amazonian character is that at no point does she sacrifice her femininity. And the whole point of me writing this book was to make it very, very clear that your strong, heroic women who walk the hero's journey, not the heroine's journey, don't have to turn into men to do it. Because when you turn your female heroes into men, all they turn into is discount men without a penis. No, you want your feminine characters, your strong female characters with their boobs of steel to be able to run and live in a man's world and walk a man's path without losing what makes them unique as a woman.
Also, without destroying the planet like Korra.
Exactly.
Well, speaking
I
of
saw-
men
yeah.
destroying the planet, I wanted to tackle on something that Warren said just a second ago there, and it was this: Captain
Why
America:
is
Brave
that
New
against
World.
anything I just said? What the hell?
I
Yeah,
hate
oh,
you,
yeah, it is.
and you owe me $1,000. Captain America: Brave New World was originally going to include the Illuminati, but instead are purposefully mentioned vaguely in the post-credit scene. That post-credit scene was terrible. All leader told Captain America was that there's something big coming. It had nothing to do with this. This is just retarded. First of all, all these characters, Iron Man's dead. That's the reason why you shouldn't have killed him off to begin. He shouldn't have been dead to begin with. Them killing off Iron Man was just stupid. They don't have Professor X in this universe unless they bring in X-Men, which is going to be way later. Namor, that's in Black Panther 2. I guess he's around. There's Doctor Strange. Well, he's kind of trash himself right now after his second movie. Who's Mr. Fantastic in this universe? Isn't it Pedro Pascal now?
Yeah,
Oh, fucking hell.
that ain't gonna work. And they're not bringing in Black Bolt from the TV show. They're
no,
not
yeah.
doing that. They'll cast somebody else, and even still, that somebody else isn't gonna. A, they're probably not gonna do very well. B, I mean, they're not gonna. I mean, people, the Inhumans they're compelling and engaging characters, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I actually really like to read about the Inhumans, but most mainstream audiences, they're not going to have. You can't just drop the Inhumans in someplace. You have to. There's a degree to which you have to kind of build up to it, right? Kind of like the
Isn't
kind of
Black
like
Bolt like the only known Inhuman anyway?
Yeah, he's the only major one. I mean, Medusa is a close second. But like you throw like Karnak or Gorgon up on a screen, just like drop them in the movie, which is what they're probably going to try to do. Nobody's going to recognize him, and people
I
are
think
going to
they
be like,
recognize the dog.
yeah, oh yeah, Lockjaw, Black Bolt, Medusa, and Lockjaw. Those are the three that people will recognize, and
This is why you don't kill off your main character, because when you
Yeah.
kill off your main character, you write yourself into a hole. Now if they ever want to bring Iron Man back, they have to make up some bullshit reason why he has to come back.
Yeah.
Why
Well,
did they
They've
kill him off
already
to begin
made up
with?
it. They just grab him from another reality.
Yeah, and something
That's
else.
true.
That's one iteration of the Illuminati. Other iterations of the Illuminati have existed where, for example, after Cyclops killed Professor Xavier, Beast replaced Xavier on the Illuminati. And then you had T'Challa, Black Panther join as well. Well, T'Challa's dead, and we don't have Beast still. We don't have any X-Men. So and I don't really see I have no idea what their plan for the X-Men is, given the success of Deadpool and Wolverine, because
I don't think they do.
Yeah, people love Hugh Jackman. And even though he's
how Marvel
guy's
is,
old.
they can't recast. I mean, they will very very rarely recast someone, or they'll just recast someone too much. Like fucking what was it, Ant-Man's daughter? They recasted that character like how many times? 5, 6, 7 times.
She's on like her third time, I want to say.
Yeah.
But
they can't recast Black Panther, even though people were like, "Oh, well, he died. It's too soon." They recasted William Hurt when he died of fucking pancreatic cancer within like 3 months. They don't care if you die. I just don't know the reason why they have to not recast him. It's just stupid. Honestly.
I think they're afraid of backlash.
Which is crazy because that doesn't stop them from making any bad decisions before. That's just the crazy part. It's like, because people have said that too. I don't disagree. It's like, well, they're scared of backlash. That doesn't stop them from making any decision in the past.
Well, that part you got to keep in mind. They also can't read the fucking room, right? like these CEOs pay part of the reason, and this goes for the gaming industry as well. This is one of the reasons why Sweet Baby Inc. keeps finding work.
Yeah,
is because there's always some dip fuck in the fucking C-suite that really doesn't know he doesn't understand how to connect with the audience. He doesn't understand how to sell the products. He doesn't understand what business he's in. So he pays people to figure these things out and basically have opinions for him. So, you wind up, guys are saying like just, well, I completely derailed there. Well, where was I going with
where?
that?
Your brain was working? Did you have a brain check?
When it comes to Black Panther, I always thought like when they were going to go to recast the guy, if they were to, and you just needed somebody to, I know I hate saying like hold the mantle, but like hold it, and somebody could step up for a minute. The guy who did the M'Baku guy, that guy who is the next in line, have him, have this big bulky ass fucking Black Panther, have him there until you can find the new casting, have him fill in, and like maybe he's a little more brutal. Maybe he could be like, okay, this is the reason he can't be Black Panther, but give him the suit. But he gets a little more like savage with it or whatever. And then it's like, okay, until we find our new one. But he would have been, I think, because he was already in the series, it could have been an easy transition. Be like, look, he's the leader of the next tribe over. Have him do it, and then transfer it over to whoever they find who is technically more worthy. And it's like, okay, cool, yeah, I was wrong, blah, blah, blah. And they could have had a passing of, like, if they're doing all this passing of the torch stuff, passing the mantle, whatever, they could have had him do it. And that guy's a good actor, and, like, he has the physicality for it. And it's like, just do that if you needed to. You don't need to give it to like, oh yeah, here's my 105-pound sister. Like, what are you talking about? Like, this is ridiculous.
I just want to point out that freaking I know that this news has passed, but Warner Brothers or Max for the Harry Potter TV series, weren't they going to cast a fucking black dude to play that guy Service Snape from Harry Potter?
Oh man,
I don't know.
They haven't confirmed it.
That was hilarious.
Well, they
No,
haven't
no, no.
confirmed it.
That was the
but-
original rumor.
Yeah, that was an original rumor, but it's one of those things where it's like these people make controversial castings all the time. Literally, I mean, back in the day, Michael Keaton was considered a controversial casting for Batman. It doesn't
Well, you
stop
also
none
have
of
to
these guys.
consider.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah,
not,
but he was
that's
an
not
actor.
a controversial. Like, those are controversial castings, but it's like it also happens to coincide with like the natural zeitgeist of the news lately and what's
Yeah,
going on. It's like, of course, it's like you see that and happen, and of course everyone's mind goes to, of course that's happening. Of course they're going to cast an iconic character who's described as pale white and like almost ghost-like. He's one of the few characters in those books that's actually described way more than any other characters in the book.
True. Yeah.
If you read those books, he's one of the few that's actually really described in it as like pale and like ghostly or
So
whatever.
pale
Like,
means black, right?
He
Hot
had
nosed, oily.
no.
you know.
He's described way more than a lot of other people, and it's like make him black. It's
Make him
like
black.
what are you doing?
I can break it down easier. J.K. Rowling still has a voice in what happens with her IP. All the original people from Marvel are dead. It's just lawyers running it now. And
Yeah,
all they're
and
doing
the
is
people
going,
from
oh, the
Marvel-
popular thing is this. We should have this.
The
and they
people
don't
from
care.
Marvel, they also didn't really have much control over the properties and what Disney did with them. I think Eric July brought this up a little while back. I don't think Marvel has ever operated independently, like ever. I think they've always been owned by somebody else.
Especially DC. DC always has, especially the comic side of it, always has been owned by someone. You know?
Oh, okay. I might be mixing them up then. I remember
Are you
he's
talking Marvel Comics or Marvel, the company in general?
Marvel Comics.
Weren't they bailed out by Toy Wiz from bankruptcy? I remember they that's crazy to think about now. Fucking Toy Wiz.
No, I
You don't fucking
literally
read
have a
Marvel
friend.
comics anymore?
I literally have a friend of mine who's in let's just say he's further into the MCU stuff. Like he's part of all this stuff. And the stuff that he can only leak so much or whatever. But one of the main things he always talks about is how other people talk about the MCU stuff. And he's like, the only thing that he'll give us is like, say when like Nerdrotic does stuff or whoever talks about stuff, he's like, they're kind of on point, or a lot of the times where he's like, they're way off base. And that's all he can say. And I'm not going to expose his name.
Why can't you give me
I'm not
his
trying to get this
contact
guy
info? Give me his contact
because
info and
nobody
I'll talk
wants
to
to talk to you, dude. Nobody wants to talk to you.
I'm trying to get my insider leaks. What are you talking about? You got to make the
I'm
connection.
telling you, what I obviously I don't even make videos on that. I'm not trying to expose it. I'm just simply stating a fact. I literally know somebody in that process who's like, they are definitely aware of these people, definitely aware of some of this YouTube stuff and whatever. And they're just like, that's right. That's not right.
Oh, we
And
know they're aware.
No, they're aware, but I'm more
No,
saying like
I was going to say they're aware. They
goes
lay
out of-
awake
he-
at night
he
seething about
kinda-
them.
it's not even like that. What I'm saying is like this guy will go out of his way to be like, look, this isn't right. He won't tell me why it's not right, but he's like, that's not right. Like that, and that's like
Like
dude,
a theory or something?
the theories and the whatever, the insider leaks, all this stuff. He's just like, no, that's not happening. This isn't happening. And I was curious at first, like I was skeptical at first, the best way I could put it, until the last like 4 years came about, and everything he said to me was exactly right. So when all this shit comes out and comes about, I can't help but be like, I literally know the guy, like, or whatever. And so when all this shit comes out, I'm just like, I'm not even skeptical anymore. I just simply know. So whatever.
Here's the question.
Take my
I would
word
like
at a
you-
grain of salt as much as you want, but I know the guy. Like whatever.
Let me Cyfax, let me ask you this. Just, you don't have to, bring the answer up later on stream, but if you get the chance and if he's willing to at least make a facial expression when you ask him just, is there a plan? Just ask.
Oh,
ask him that.
I can already tell you that. There's no plan.
There's no plan. There's no way.
Yeah. No, because I was thinking about that with
No, they're
'cause a
flying.
lot
They're
of people-
flying by the seat of their pants, and they're like, I don't care if anybody believes me or not. Whatever.
No,
It's like-
I believe you.
they
I
admitted
know
they
it.
were. The Russo brothers admitted that they did for
I was gonna
like
po-
the Infinity Saga for
Yeah.
Endgame and stuff. They came out and said,
No,
"Yeah,
no.
We were just
There
making it up as we go.
There was a plan.
Like they were proud of that.
The way that they all constructed together, there was originally there was an outline in general, which actually James Gunn did for them. So that's why people have a little bit of faith in Gunn, because James Gunn actually outlined their whole fucking plan, and then they canned him, and then he came back and did that. He did the Guardians 3 movie. Whether you like him or not doesn't matter. Whatever. Usually, as much as I enjoy gun films, I've never seen a gun film that's a 9 or better. Like there's a lot of them that are like 8s. I'm like I enjoy this overall and I have a good time with them. Some of them are 8s, they're a little lower, whatever. That's just how I feel about Gunn and his films, whatever. But he did outline like the whole Infinity Saga for Marvel. He did that, and it's like that's undeniable. But whatever. However people want to feel about that, that's on their own.
Also, I just want to point out that I remember there was a while ago, Kevin Feige went on vacation. And he was like, yeah, we're going to have to go make up a plan. And then Bob Iger, I remember someone had reminded me of this. Labs Comic Fan reminded me of this yesterday. We're doing a show. Remember when Bob Iger in 2023 or earlier last year came out and said, we have to stop putting messaging in movies? May I just say the quiet part out loud? I'm not talking about the organic message you have for a story.
Like, it was like 2 years ago.
Meaning? Yeah, he was like, yeah, we kind of have to stop the messaging. Okay, just burn your whole fucking movie studio. What's wrong with you? Or
no,
you ever admit that?
A lot of that messaging, he also gave the order for that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And Bob Chapek was, he was used as the scapegoat. He was essentially sacrificed to the board of directors. And then Bob Iger, he's summoned back to save Disney, which we all know he's not gonna fucking save.
And then what happened after
the only thing he knows is how to spend money. That's all he knows.
And then what happened after that? Bob Iger put out, hey, we have to kind of scale back how many movies and shows we do. Like, no shit. And this is what I would say to people. I understand that people talk about superhero movie fatigue a lot. I understand that. But I want to just bring up my take with it. It's not that fatigue happens in the way people think. Fatigue, by the just sheer definition, means like you're tired of something. When you have something come out as much as superhero movies have in the last how many years? 10, 12 years? Eventually, your mind will get tired of them. Eventually,
25.
you will. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. But the thing is like
25 years.
Marvel had what 15, 16-year run, and each one was slightly different. They were all semi-interesting, but they also interconnected.
No.
I'm just
MCU. Okay.
I'm just talking about MCU. So just say the MCU had about what a 15, 16-year run, give or take.
Sure.
Just say
let's go 16. With that. Yeah.
Right. And so but the other thing that was interesting about it is they were all interconnected. You know what the other interconnecting thing is that a lot of people watch is procedural shows. So you watch like a 24 episode or a 24 thing run of something, and there's only maybe 8 episodes that actually connect the main storyline. Well, they condense that into movies instead. And then all of a sudden, all these movies connect. And all of a sudden, now you get the big plot reveal, blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. It's the same difference. It's just done in movie form. And they figured out how to do that correctly because people like procedurals. People love that shit. And they did that in movie form, and which also happens to appeal to comic fans and everything. And they did all that all in one shot, all in one go. To replicate that would be ridiculous. And I think it's like people can't accept the fact that like what a lot of these people need to do is almost kind of need to replicate that, like start from ground zero and then do it again, like say with DC, right? So like Superman's coming out, like a lot of us are all DC fans, whatever, but it's like James Gunn would come out and like he's already, like I said, I'm actually kind of more of a James Gunn fan than a lot of people are, whatever. It's all good. But I can already tell he's throwing too much into it. He's doing too much of that Suicide Squad, too many characters, bullshit.
I would say if anyone can do it, he can. Most of his movies are
he can, yeah. But I don't think that's not a good start to a universe. And people are like, oh, don't do the typical start. Don't give us the origins. maybe don't need to give us the origins, but I don't know, start a little further back than
Yeah.
all of a sudden everyone's here already, because now you have nothing to really build on other than epicness upon epicness. And I think that's where people are getting sick of is the epicness part. Everything is world ending.
no.
Every single thing is world ending, and you don't need to start at world ending. You need to start lower.
It's worse
You need
again.
to
It's worse than that.
and build up.
That's just
Go
bad
ahead,
writing.
go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
no,
the fact that if everything is world ending, it means your writers are so crap they can't think
Kitty.
of any other way to get the audience involved other than saying everything's going to get blown up. You know, look at the original Daredevil,
which is lame.
TV
Yeah.
series.
Shit. Oh God, the one with Ben Affleck. Holy shit! That
No,
is-
no.
no.
It's on
The TV
HBO.
series, man.
Oh, I thought you
Yeah,
said
look at that. Was
You're
there
talking
any
about the
gigantic world ending event? No, but it
Oh,
was.
okay,
You're
my
talking
bad,
about
my bad, yeah.
Netflix.
You're
You
good.
start
people-
from street. You start from street level, and then you build your way up.
I do want to point out.
People don't have superhero fatigue. They have shitty movie fatigue.
I do want to
They have
point out.
shitty
that-
writing fatigue. They have their expectations are the world's going to blow up. Stop doing that.
I-
You could be like, hey, like this diner is like in jeopardy, and it's like I'd want to save this diner. You can make an interesting concept around like saving a
You saying I
family.
can't save the
business. You
diner? I'm saving that diner, man. That waitress needs me
yeah,
and my
you're
tips
doing
and my
way
money.
too-
Chocolate nuts.
Oh no, I was saying because DC, or sorry, not a lot of the older animated DC shows that everyone likes, a lot of those didn't even really have origin stories. It's not just you have to follow this certain set of rules. It just depends on how you go about executing it. You know, a lot of those animated DC movies, a lot of people like, those don't even have origin stories in them. They just
Well,
kind of just
not-
thrust you into the
even if
story.
you looked at the old animated DC and our Marvel stuff, it's like there was characters who could technically do bigger or better shit, but they never sat there and said like this is a global event. The problem with Marvel and DC right now is everything is global. Like it's like this is going to destroy everything. It's like, and
What?
I'm not saying you need to also have
I'd
your
never
threat to
take
be
L's.
just. You don't also need to say, hey, the city's going to get blown up. It's like this specific thing is going to go, and then through that, the radioactiveness is this, and you know, you could throw little things out there that say like, hey, because of this is going to happen, blah blah blah, whatever. But they don't even do that anymore. They're just like, nah, everything's going to blow up, and now
Like-
we need to solve that. And it's like,
what you were just
stop that.
saying. Yeah, the Batman animated series going into Justice League Unlimited.
Yeah.
Probably one of the most powerful moments in all of that series is that moment where Batman goes up to 10 and
Yeah.
10 is going to die, and
The
all he
swing
does
set.
is sit with her. Yes, the
Yeah.
swing set. That is
moment,
probably
yeah.
one of the
Yeah.
most moving, one of the most powerful moments in the entire series. And it's just a person moment.
Yeah, think about that.
They
Bat-
need moments like
sitting
that.
on a swing set next to a little girl.
In reality, and it's like all you
Emotional
can do is sit there with.
Impact of
Well,
that.
because the other part of what I was gonna
But
say.
that's dealing with kids. That's a different
Yeah.
thing.
Well, the other part of the thing I was going to say is over time, that's just how genres just kind of function. Whether there's good or bad movies at all, over time, when something isn't like the newest best thing, you will just lose interest in it. It's just kind of how human nature works. It's like how marriages work too. Like you really love each other when it first starts, and then it kind of starts getting to be like, okay,
Dude,
I
we've
kinda
been
live with
married
this
for
person.
20 years.
You're the exception to the rule.
So
technically.
MSK has no idea how relationships work, so don't listen
What?
to this fuck.
Oh
Yeah.
my god! Oh my
I
God.
was about to say that
I'm
too.
saying this ups and downs happen in every single genre. Like at some point, you were going to get tired of superhero movies, even if they made good ones. At some point, you were. There's no way
No.
you're going to like every single thing.
I will never get tired of good stories.
Well, that's the thing is they're not always.
Or
gonna
her
It might
always
not
make
be a
good stories, too.
character that I'm particularly interested in, but I wouldn't get tired of it.
But
Yeah,
is DC
I mean,
really
people.
don't-
Every
Oh,
good
consider
story
that.
I've read has like there's a couple characters I'm like, I don't give a shit about this person. But come on.
Well,
Especially with
I'll
superheroes.
ask
You
guys
ever
this, man.
read like the Lies of Locke Lamora? Oh my
You think
God,
I
love
read?
that
I'm
series.
black. I don't read.
Of course
No,
you
I'll-
don't read.
I'll-
You can't
no,
read more than a comic book because it has pretty pictures and you're like,
I'm just
ooh,
saying,
shiny.
reading novels is for losers
Fucking
and
loser.
pompous, pretentious douchebags. Just saying that's who novelists are made for. But
Go back to your Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Get
you
out of here.
you know, you
Bro, I literally, bruh.
Oh yeah, sorry.
I'm just saying what BS Warren wants to say. No.
no. So like,
Cat,
oh,
Cat, if you're wondering why I'm taking offense to that, it's because I write fantasy novels.
Hey, dude, so does my husband.
Yeah.
So does my. Wait a minute. My
I
wife.
Is that why
read
he
fan-
got up and
I-
walked off
No,
when MSK
I
said that?
read fantasy novels. I fucking love them. Please,
Okay,
don't,
but you
if,
can't deny.
if
Yeah,
you
read
read
it.
one that I've read, I would love to read
She
one.
writes
I'm just
graphic
saying.
novels. Actually, one of the first products, or not products, projects that we worked with each other was we illustrated a Catwoman story for DC.
Oh, cool.
Oh, very
I'm
cool.
saying, I say, hey, people that are not saying write them. The fans of the novels feel like they're such intellectual. Look at that man, Sci-Fex there. Did he look like an intellectual to you, like a really smart guy?
No, I've never run into that many fans of sci-fi and fantasy that thought they were intellectual. They just thought they were know-it-alls.
That's true.
I'm absolutely not at all. Like, I don't give a shit. I'm literally pointing out obvious freaking things here. Why is that such a problem?
I was joking.
a
Oh my
problem.
goodness. Are you guys? I'm just saying, you guys are killing me. Now I must go and fuck my wife later on tonight, which doesn't exist.
Are you trying to get her to tell
means
me
the
that
TV
I'm an
box.
idiot? Because that would be fucking phenomenal from someone like fucking you, dude.
Hey, I'm a
Jesus
200 IQ
Christ.
for a reason. I'm Shikamaru. I'm always thinking 3 moves ahead.
You
That's
see
what
what
I
I'm
do.
dealing with here,
what was
Kat?
that word?
You see what I'm
What?
dealing here with Kat? Like, I got to deal with this guy every fucking week.
Wait, what was that word? Shikamario?
I didn't even say
How
that.
can
You're out of your mind.
Shikamaru.
Shikamaru.
Oh,
Oh my
okay.
god. No, okay, so
I
back to what
heard
we're saying.
Mario. I was like,
So, honestly,
I heard Mario too.
after all of these movies from
Yahoo!
DC and Marvel, you don't think you would have ever gotten tired of them ever at any point?
No, if they were giving me good stories consistently, I would love every second of it.
same.
In fact, I wasn't kidding when I said I gave a shit until Winter Soldier. And then after that, they were just screwing the pooch every fucking time with diminishing returns. And I definitely just gave up with WandaVision because they tried to sell me somebody who enslaved an entire town because
Yeah.
she wanted babies.
That's their biggest
Because she
problem
was
now.
sad.
Yeah.
She was sad. She was sad for
I just wanna
her
bring up,
android
that's the
boyfriend.
biggest
It
problem
was
now.
so
She's a fucking
stupid.
horrible human being. The problem with Scarlet Witch in the books, and especially in what Marvel's been giving us, is that she's a fucking villain.
Yeah, she literally loses her fucking mind because her powers start to fuck with her. Because
No,
she's
I know
literally
that.
manipulating reality like whenever like the way it's explained, like every time she changes reality fucks with her a little bit back. And then she ends up
She's a
up in the
villain.
comics. She literally uses these powers to will these children into existence. And when she's confronted about it, she goes batshit insane. And so the Avengers have to wipe her memory, I think, of the event. And then like right before Disassembled, then she, the Wasp makes an offhand like Janet Van Dyne makes an offhand comment to her about like, oh, you understand about like the whole kids thing. And Wanda's like, no, I don't. What? And then it just completely devolves from there. And she literally ends up like breaking up the Avengers in Disassembled.
Yeah.
But
Yes, but the universal truths are that Scott Summers is trash and Wanda is a villain.
I just want to point out a big flaw
That's
with
what
Marvel,
they
as you
did,
guys were
yeah.
saying a while ago, was that it's not even the fact that they make the villains. You're supposed to kind of understand the villain, not actually sympathize with them. They've been making constant villains that they're trying to make you sympathize with them. Gore, fucking Wanda's and then at the end of that show, that line that one black lady, Tiana Paris, Photon character, gave her, where she said to her, "You will never know. They will never know what you gave up for them. Free will? She took their free will from them.
Well, you know what it is, don't you?
Black girl magic."
No, not at all. What did you say? They keep giving us villains that we're supposed to like them and see them as the hero. And that says everything about the kind of people who work in Hollywood.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's another fun fact. Y'all know how Taskmaster was supposed to be a sympathetic villain in Black Widow?
Fucking hell.
Yeah. So
yeah.
fun fact for you guys. I
fun.
say this all the time, but I don't get a whole lot of I don't get as much engagement as I would like over it. But the only female
Anyways,
Taskmaster.
MSK, what do you got to say about that?
No, wait. Listen to this. The only female Taskmaster in all of Marvel Comics, in any alternate universe, doesn't matter where you look. The only female Taskmaster that exists is a fucking pedo. She is. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. Deadpool
I know you're
Max.
not.
She tries to diddle like teenage Deadpool.
Allegedly in Minecraft.
Yeah, and they chose to put a female Taskmaster on screen. Now I understand that's probably, hopefully that's a coincidence, but it just
Probably
shows
not.
that they're yeah.
No, Hollywood's
they-
full of
they-
terrible
they trying to
people.
be
They
honest.
hire
They did
terrible
they did
people.
that
They're bad
purposely.
people.
They simply Googled it, and it was like a Wikipedia warrior did. None of these people read any of this shit. Like they just simply don't.
Yeah, and now
just-
now the world-ending threat, having like a world back-to-back world-ending threats. Now it's fucking with their ability to like scale shit, because now they've got, with Thunderbolts, they've got a team full of hand-to-hand combatants, which looks like shit, mind you. That's not a balanced team at all. Like that's like if everybody tried to play like MSK. That would be like if everybody tried to play like a top laner in a game of League of Legends. Like each team, even in writing,
That's what
they
they
have
do.
their roles, they have their archetypes that they have to fill.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
you can't have two, you can't have
Well,
two,
speaking of what you said about
ranger
writing,
types on the team.
Remember
the
what ended up
only
happening?
character that I could justify with that would make sense, that would actually be able to stop them, is someone like Ghost, because she can phase in and out of like the quantum realm or whatever, and like she'd be able to like go and grasp somebody's heart. That's the only character there that is there for that. It's like the same reason they had that Diablo character in the Suicide Squad, where it's like also he just blew up. It's the that's the only character I can justify in what is happening in the Suicide Squad.
Yeah,
I can be like, let me grab your heart and be like, what's your decision?
No,
unlike comic book Ghost,
That's
though,
it.
like
I wouldn't be surprised if that's what they do.
She can't fly though, so all Sentry has to do is hover like 10 feet off the ground, and then just like
are they
flick
gonna
his hand.
do that? The obvious decision is not the decision they're gonna make, man.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like they're gonna do a distraction. She's gonna come up and be like, boom.
I guarantee you,
or Red
Sentry
Guardian is
versus
gonna
Void.
throw her at him.
Has to be. It'll be Sentry versus Void, because they're not gonna fight him. Let's be honest. Yelena fighting him, he would just beat the shit out of her. That's not even a fair fight. Come on.
That, or they're gonna do the typical Marvel thing, which they just did in Brave New World, which is
Talk no
let me
jutsu?
talk you down.
Hell
Let me talk you down.
Yeah.
Hey,
you're
look
a
at
good person.
the sun's going real low, big guy. They're gonna
What was
do
the
that.
I mean, I will say that worked in Dark Reign. But that was because like that wasn't like, speaking so
Did
much
it,
to their
though?
emotional. No, it did, but it wasn't because he was, this was when Norman Osborn was leading the Avengers. It wasn't because, Norman was like appealing to Sentry's emotions. It was because Norman understood how to emotionally manipulate the Sentry and how to appeal to the Void as opposed to the Sentry. So
you're talking the same thing there. Like
no.
Appeal to
it's
their
different.
greater things.
It's not. When what is it? When
they're
Sam
more
is trying to,
they're more interconnected or whatever. Like, I know more about you. Is that all you're saying? Because that's all it sounds like.
No, it's different. So, like, it's with Sam Wilson talking to the Red Hulk in Brave New World. He's trying to appeal to like his sense of compassion and stuff. Norman Osborn is more so trying to the intention behind it is a lot more sinister, I should say.
Sure.
Sit with me, Red Hulk.
go
We'll
with
rap a little about this and talk about our feelings, yo.
Yeah.
Let's look at these flowers. Don't they remind you of your daughter? Oh, great.
I mean, what else can to be fair, what else can they do? I mean, unless you just willingly want to die, then you're just gonna have to get killed.
As much as like all of us would like to look at it as a comic book standpoint, or more like let's deep dive into this. Let's look at what the movie actually gave us. The movie gave us nothing, and the movie gave us like, hey, look, the flowers are pretty, right? And your daughter liked flowers, right?
The
break
CGI
it down
flower.
to make it down to the most simplest thing, and that's what people are going to actually take in. The most simpler thing, like, oh, the CGI cherry blossoms that's the thing that literally power down the Red Hulk. Oh my God, you talked about them. All right. It's the same difference of like, hey, the sun's going down, big guy. It's the same fucking difference. It's just in a different medium.
Box
It's
office
the
is getting
same
real low, big
goddamn
guy.
Exactly. Like, oh, that 82% drop is real low, big guy. Jesus.
No, no,
Christ.
that's not low. That's bad. I was going to say, Warren said something a while ago about writers' rooms. Remember, there was that writer's strike that happened about a year or two ago, something like that. They had confirmed some of these writer rooms for some of these movies and TV shows have had like 12 people. No wonder why shit's coming out bad. It's 12 people working on a project. 12 writers.
12 people that don't know what the hell they're doing. And probably shouldn't be working there, but they're backed by a freaking union.
Imagine cycling through 12 writers on a
VI
movie.
hires is what they
Oh yeah,
are.
and you know they were complaining about their what was it, $7,800 a week?
Yeah, the pay. Yeah, the pay.
Not a month, a week. Like
$800 a week, which
well,
Christ.
I will say they also I've heard I remember Chris Gore talked about this. They also go through long periods of time with like no work. So that that $7,800 a week lasts for like 6 weeks, and then they got to stretch that out, for the few months after that.
How would I do with a full year's worth of pay worth what I do?
What they have to do is they need another job.
Oh my
on the
God.
side. That's what they. If you have a gig, that's
I know
writing,
Chris
that's not
Gore in
paying
person.
you,
I could call that motherfucker right now. He's a good
Typefax,
friend of
you
mine.
aren't writing a movie.
No, but what he talks to me
myself.
about that, and I laugh in his face every time when he talks about that. When people are like, they're struggling, it's like because you're living outside your own means. You think that this is a fucking consistent thing that you're going to be able to continually do, and he doesn't understand that because I work in like the construction industry or whatever. I make way less than all these motherfuckers do combined in like a year that they do in a few fucking weeks, man. Some of these people are paid ridiculous amount of, don't get me wrong. Obviously their shit blows up and they do a ton of money, and that's great. But I had talked to these people. I interact with them. I'm friends with a lot of them. And when they talk about their losses, they're like, I don't know how I'm going to support. You immediately jumped from what you were used to what you think you should be at all the time. And they're like, well, I bought $1 million house. You shouldn't have. You literally shouldn't have, because you're not, just because you did
they
one
not
good
have second
thing
jobs?
doesn't mean you
Most
should
people
be.
that do writing have second jobs.
No, you'd be surprised at how
you would think, right? Yeah, that's crazy.
Some of them
you'd
do.
think,
Some of them try to.
No, it's like the person who wrote the Marvels. That fucker deserves to starve.
Dude, you're thinking ahead. These people do not. They literally do not. And you're talking about Chris Gore. He's actually a friend of mine. I hang out with this guy all the fucking time. Jesus Christ. These people are not like let's say even 3 months three months ahead savvy, where they're like, oh, this is this, whatever. They think as soon as they get that $800,000 check, it's like, don't get me wrong, that's fucking banging. That's awesome. But then they're like, I'm gonna buy a $200 million house on credit, blah blah blah, because I'm gonna be just knocking it out of the park. And they do that instantly. They got the nice car, they got that. And that sounds ridiculous and stupid because it is. And then they literally live that. And then all of a sudden, 2 years later down the road,
because the strike made no one wants to buy their only gig, right? But I was thinking, like, do some of them know they don't get enough writing gigs? So they have another job?
It's so much worse than that. It blows that up, and that's why stuff in California. Because I'm obviously in California, but
no shit.
Wow, but dude,
one of many reasons.
You'd be surprised with how many of these people just inflate instantaneously. Like something got picked up of mine, I'm the shit now. And they just shoot off, and then they're just like, I look great, and you're like, yeah. In about 2 years, you're going to be working at the Denny's that I go to on my weekends.
I don't shit on Denny's.
I'm not shitting on Denny's. I'm just saying you're going to be serving me when I go there. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't sound like they make decent decisions at all. Like, if you know you make this amount of money, you need another job. That is what you need to have another job. But keep in mind, if you're living in California, well, bills here are pretty high. Let's just say that, So when you're saying they're buying these houses,
the real world, and Hollywood isn't even California; it's its own thing, and they have
it's a whole separate.
It's
almost a separate universe out here. It's crazy.
It is. My stepmother was a movie makeup artist for several years, so I have a little idea of what it's like. Also, I had teachers who worked for Stan Winston, so I know how it's feast or famine. You know, either the work is coming in and it's wonderful
Yeah.
and it's excellent, or it dries up and you don't know what you're going to do for the next 4 to 6 months.
Do they think that like after they get one thing picked up, that it's just going to keep snowballing into more and more things?
Oh,
Yes.
absolutely.
It has to be that. Yeah, I figured it was. It has to be that. Oh wait, I finally made it. Now I'm just rich.
They randomly get like they sell their first screenplay or some bullshit and they make like $200,000. Don't get me wrong, that's great. And then all of a sudden, because they go off the rails, and it's just like, oh wait, that's gone. And then all of a sudden, they barely get roles that are paying maybe $1,000 a month or some bullshit because they can't get any roles. Oh, your movie failed. This, that, the other, and all of a sudden they're sitting there like, oh shit, I gotta pay, $8,000 a month just to afford to where I live. Like that happens literally every day. It's insane. So stay away from that. If you make money, go live in somewhere like Lancaster, get a cheap ass house for like 80,000, maybe 200. That sounds crazy, or maybe nowadays, but your first check, boom, go get it there. Do that 2-hour commute and be like, at least I got a home to come back to. Do that.
Well, if this is the same Chris Gore of Film Threat Magazine,
absolutely it is. I got a ton of pictures with it. Like, dude, he's a good friend of mine, man.
I think the problem is I'm looking at his credit list here, and none of these projects are ones that would give him sizable royalties or residuals.
His credits? I've actually
no. He doesn't do that. Like that's his thing. He used to produce a magazine, and now he's just a media outlet or whatever.
No wonder why
he used to work for G4, and that was a G4 like started to promote all that stuff. Like he's not like a giant celebrity or something, but a lot of people actually respect his opinion. Don't get me wrong.
Well, yeah, I mean, he made a great magazine, but he was complaining about getting 800 a week.
No. He's no. Hold on. He's not doing that at all.
Okay.
No. You're no, the writers in general for the studios were doing that. He doesn't write for that. Don't get what I said misconstrued. He doesn't do that. He doesn't do any of that. I'm not speaking for him on that. He doesn't do that.
I thought you were talking about Chris Gore. I was like, wait a minute.
No. Chris Gore just happens to be one of the bigger names in like alternative media in the sense of like his magazine would talk. Actually, he would be more the the people's opinion, right?
I'm familiar with Film Threat.
Okay, yeah. Well, if you know that, then he doesn't actually write. Like he doesn't do any of that. Like he did all that shit in the 80s. Now it's
that's why I was kind of confused. I was like, well, wait, he doesn't write.
No.
That's
not what I was saying at all. I think you
were referencing this is how you know this.
Yeah. I know people like that. It has nothing to no. Don't ever let me quote that on that with what he does with whatever he does with his money and whatever. Don't put me on that shit.
But Warren, we gave that.
No.
I gave that.
That guy's a good friend of mine. I love that guy. He's great.
I gave Warren a fat contractor for 4 years, $300K.
He absolutely did not.
Syfax is my lawyer, and he can attest to that. My bank account is big. Warren, what'd you do with my money?
Do carpentry, absolutely. Do
a bunch of hookers and cocaine.
I gave Ishiro, my new Japanese 4-leaf clover friend, a $300K paycheck for his script. Where's the return, man? Where's the profit? Where's my money?
He gave you a grant for $50 million from USAID for transgender Gundams. Where's the money?
Where's my profit? Oh God! Well, speaking of IMDb,
no, we've been in that position. They're fucking assholes.
Yeah.
Just want to say, Chris Gore is born in 1965. That's crazy. But we're actually on IMDb. Just pointing out, I don't know how we got here. I'm being honest, I don't know how we got here. Someone just told me about it. My other podcast that I have that is 300 episodes isn't here.
Dude, you know what's funny? My name is actually on there. I've barely been on here for the last couple months.
No, they counted your episodes.
Link for that. Drop the link for that in the private chat.
You've been on 20. Okay. So like, whenever people do shows like these, I don't know how many times someone's ever appeared. I don't know how many times people appeared on my other podcast, but apparently Syfax has appeared in 22 episodes.
You barely talked. I felt like it was like 2 months ago you talked to me, and I have no idea what the fuck's going on. Apparently, so
you're on like three times a week, and that's sad because I can obviously do better. I give you a fat contract. I need you to start picking up the slack here.
Dude, I'm waiting for you to.
do?
I'm waiting for you to kick me off. I'm obviously not a good guest.
I want to hear how much better
Nobody
you are.
likes me. Nobody likes me. It's fine. Just kick me.
Why are
the
you
fuck
saying
off.
that?
You're
Okay,
all right.
okay. Are you pregnant? No one likes me. Stop it. Everyone likes you. God damn it. Fucking hell. Darnell's been on
Dude,
30
even
episodes.
your,
You
like-
need pickles and ice cream?
That's
Can I
disgusting.
snort them? No.
Who eats pickles and ice cream? That's disgusting.
Pregnant women.
You mentioned
but-
pregnancy.
Oh, yeah, okay. You're right. Ours has been on 23 episodes. That's crazy. Man, Labs has been on 9. Iron Oxide is on 6. And yeah. So who's closer? Who's going to beat Darnell for 30 episodes? Sci-Fax is getting close. How many times has Warren appeared on? Where's Warren?
3
at?
episodes. It
Dude,
says
I
3
find it
episodes.
crazy that
Yeah.
I'm high on that list at all. Like, what the fuck? How many people do you just scare off instantaneously? Jesus
Well,
Christ.
okay. That's not happening.
I come on here to just talk
Oh, I
shit
could-
to
I-
you.
I
You
could
know
add a
it. I know
photo.
it. Everybody knows it. Like, come on.
I'm just saying, I don't scare anybody off. I got essentially, I kind of did what Chris Gore did. I got around bigger and better people to enrich myself with clout. I learned. Good job,
Dude,
Chris.
that
I learned from the
motherfucker
best.
was
I thought
on
you were giving us
G4 with
clout.
Olivia Munn. You can't ever come close to that.
I met Chris Gore. Not nice guy. Nice guy. I did meet. What's the black friend he has? I talked to him too.
Oh, you
Fucking
aspire to
hell.
be Olivia Munn.
Dante?
Not Dante.
Dante
Is it
James?
Yeah, I like Dante. He's cool. Yeah, he reminds me of myself.
Yeah,
black.
he's a good friend of mine too. Yes. Jesus.
So, are you the only
Mexican
white
Iron
guy
Man?
in a cream? I met a Mexican Iron Man. I've talked to him before. He's a
You
good
know,
guy.
what were you about to say?
Dude,
Nothing.
you'd
Mexican
What?
Iron Man, huh?
Are you the
you'd
only
be so
white guy-
surprised by the amount of people that I actually know outside of this shit.
Right.
You're like, I get 10 people that watch me. I'm like, I know all these people. Get the fuck out of here, man.
Nah, what was MSK? What were you about to say?
No,
A
I was
white guy
going
in
to
a
say-
cream what?
No. Oh, he's like the
What?
white guy, like the Riley Reid picture with a bunch of black guys. Sci-Fax, you said
I heard him start to say cream.
Guess
I
you
was
had to
like,
be
what
Yes.
the? What the? fuck?
Sci-Fax, you set yourself up for that one. I had to do it. Come on, man. I'm giving you the big contract here. You're getting $300K a year. My pockets is hurting. Where's my profit?
I'm gonna keep saying. I'm gonna keep telling all the new people here that the leave a penny, take a penny is always fucking empty here, and you can't even get one. Jesus
Oh,
Christ!
God. Hey, Ishiro likes
It's
being
the
here for
worst
first time.
convenience store you've ever came into.
Hey, just saying, Ishiro likes being here, and he's Japanese, and I can make egg roll jokes now. And
Well,
gonna be a
that's good
samurai
because
eventually.
he's not Chinese.
Yeah, I was about
That's
to say
probably a
egg
good
rolls are
thing.
Chinese.
oh yeah, you're right. What do you guys like other dumplings?
Can't even
sushi?
get it right.
They all look the same. I'm sorry, their eyes are small as hell. God damn.
That's racist.
That's racist.
You've only insulted half of me. Now tell me about the drunkenness of the Irish.
Okay, so that episode of Family Guy when Peter found out his dad was Irish, did you like relate to that in any way?
I didn't even see the episode.
Damn it. Oh,
We
God,
already
I'll-
knew his dad was Irish.
Ishiro, do you
Yes.
know the words to Kinky Boots, the Irish song?
No.
Oh, like I've got a brand new shiny helmet and a pair of kinky boots. I've got a lovely new flag jacket and a lovely khaki suit.
I
And
hate
when
you.
we go on night patrol, we hold each other's hands. We are the British Army, and we're here to take your land.
Hey, look at that! Look at that! No shit!
Yeah, this is why I write books.
As sung by the character from Borderlands. What the fuck is that? Come on. Man.
I like to dissect girls. Did you know I'm utterly insane?
Yeah, that's what that is. So anytime I meet someone like of descent from the
Dude,
motherland,
how
my
many
family's Irish
Warrens?
too. So
MSK, how many Warrens do you know? Like, I'm sure I'm meeting.
What?
I've met. Is it BS Warren? And there's another Warren. There's like three
There's
different
Lunchbox
Warrens.
Lunchbox Warren's on Wednesday.
Okay.
Oh, they all look the same to you? Oh my God, man. He calls me racist. That's crazy.
I'm
Council.
sorry, I haven't seen
Oh, friend.
Syfax BS Syfax before. Jesus Christ. Yeah, Syfax is just what people call me on the fucking download. Jesus.
See, you guys are part of the credits. Syfax, he gets credit for being on the show. He gets paid. See,
Dude,
look at all this.
I'm not gonna lie. When I saw that, I was
Well,
like,
then where's
"Holy
my
shit,
paycheck?"
Why is anyone calling me? Like, why am I credited
Look.
at all?
Look at all this. See, I'm just saying. Well, you be technically a guest appearance on the show. You know, you have that one grandma aunt lady who comes over and she kind of disrupts the show for that one episode, and she leaves and she's never heard from ever again. Which is most shows, honestly.
So if I give you candy again,
I want candy. What am I gonna get?
You know, I'm like 2 episodes away from beating Arza.
That's
That
crazy.
guy's just
Yeah.
literally a giant fat. Never mind. I'm not
Oh,
gonna say that.
Jesus. Oh God. Allegedly in Minecraft. Savage has been on for only 14 episodes. That's crazy. Huh.
He knows I mean in love. He's a
Warren,
good guy.
you're only on for 3 episodes. You gotta freaking pick it up, man.
I know. Yeah, bro. Hey, look. I got this thing. I don't reach out to people. Most of the time I don't reach out to guys and be like, "Hey, you down to have me on this week or something like that?" Because I don't want to feel like I'm
You're
inviting
down for
myself.
guys to have you on.
No,
That's
like
hey.
that. Down to like let me be on the panel for the show.
Oh,
you know?
okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
no Diddy, right?
Yeah, no Diddy. Yeah. But yeah, I don't want to. It feels like I'm inviting myself, and that was a big no in the house that in the house that I was raised in. So,
No,
but
you're
hey, if you're down to have me on, 100%,
No,
hit
it's
me
fine.
up,
Yeah.
reach out.
I don't always try to. I never do this anyway. If I don't fit into a group or a group that's already established, I don't ever try to push myself into it. I just don't do that. I kind of make my own groups. I have my own peoples around me. My own. It's like Madara Uchiha. I can create an infinite.
I've literally never talked to anybody that's ever invited me to their stuff before they invited me to it. So great.
Are you saying you're the prize? You sound like he's some sort of prize girl that everyone's trying to get on.
Yeah, dude. I mean, $500,000 or $500. I'll take my shirt off. There you go. That's the stream goal. That's the stream goal, guys.
Okay, Typex, you're not an OnlyFans woman. Okay.
Sorry, I'm just unnecessarily hairy, and I think people want to see it. But
Walter says, "Where the fuck are me, Michael, and WZ in the credits? We're basically a part of the cast. Hell, at least producers. Are you guys there? I honestly don't know. Let me see. No, it doesn't count you.
Good.
It only counts people that have had at least one episode appearance on. So even she would have more appearances than you. Not lying. Oh, no. You are here. My bad. I didn't see this part of the page, so I do apologize for that. I just didn't see this, so I scrolled down. You're counted as additional crew. WZ, Walter. Well,
you're actually. Who did this? Somebody had to go out of the way to do this. Whenever I say, like, I've seen this on a couple of these, and my name is on there sometimes, and I'm like, I've been barely doing this less than like 6 months, and my name's on some of these shit, and I'm like, what the hell is happening?
No, I'm being honest.
What
I didn't know this was here until I legitimately just scrolled down. I don't know who made this, but thank you if you did, because I don't know how many episode appearances someone would have. Because like for my other one,
dude, the trippiest part is like obviously I use my handle Syfax. People have actually found my real name, which
you look like a chef.
You're wrong, but they found my real fucking name, and then they've added me on like Facebook and Instagram, and I'm like, what the hell is this shit?
Oh, yeah, okay.
And I have like 138 subscribers. I'm like nothing. Don't give me nothing, but like I don't want that kind of attention at all. But it's weird that some people like from chat have been like, "Hey, what's up? I've seen you," and I'm like, "Why? Why are you adding me? Like, what the hell is happening?" It's
the miracle of the internet.
Yeah, great.
Strangers are now your friend.
Well, like I kind of already knew that when like I was like, okay, am I willing to do this? Will people come at me? Sure. Like I don't do anything like political or anything ridiculous, so I'm like, okay, who cares? People want to have me, fine, I guess. It's just that I'm like, I thought it'd be around maybe the thousands if I ever got to that point, which I was like, this is going to take a year or two, which is still in the future.
Real quick,
sorry,
like, people are already adding me.
I'm sorry, Michael. He's only counted for 2 episodes. WZ's counted for 11, and Walter's counted for 10. Michael, you got to get it up, man. Come on, dude.
Ishiro, I can't drink my beer through the mask, so that's why I keep turning off my camera.
Hey,
Oh my God.
I
cheers.
don't want a
appreciate that you
straw.
think that highly
You
of
need
me.
a curly
Hey, look
straw.
what I can do.
Warren, that's why you get
Tastes
yourself
great.
one of these. So
Yeah.
it
I
looks
should,
like a
yeah.
basic
I have
Starbucks.
I
It
don't know if
looks
you
like a
guys can
Starbucks
tell.
cup
I've
with a
got
straw.
space I could fit the
But
straw in.
let's just say it's not coffee.
I was honestly joking. The fact that we added his, yeah, that's true. But like, I don't know why Michael's episode appearances aren't counted. That's so weird. But good because Michael is aren't you a Bill? No, Michael's not a Bills fan. That's Warren. Walter's
Yeah,
a
he's
Bills
just a
fan.
giant flamer.
No, I confess I don't watch a ton of football. I like Bo Jackson highlights. That's about
Okay.
as much football as I watch.
See, Tony's black. He's been here. You
Yeah.
know.
My
Wait.
dad is a Bills fan though. My dad is a
Yes,
big
yeah,
Bills
I remember.
fan.
Yeah, I remember you told me that.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck. Yeah, he's a Bill. Yeah, that's why. It's because you're a Bills fan. You get no love here. You know, that's why.
My dad is a Bills fan. I
like
don't
your
watch
dad.
football unless I'm like with my family.
Oh,
Although
that's the thing.
shout out to the Eagles. Shout out to Philly who
just
were
had to talk about
bur-
getting fisted. I
bur-
mean,
burning
was
Kermit
bad.
in the streets.
if
They
you
were
were like
literally-
fisted,
they were
Warren, have you
literally-
ever had sex with a girl and you fisted her and you were digging her shit out for gold?
What the frick, man?
You ever did it? You ever just dug in her ass and just tried to look in there, see what was going on?
So Ishiro, Finney, and Kat Rocha.
No,
have
Narnia's
you guys
in the
enjoyed your
wardrobe, it
time?
ain't up
Have you
there.
guys enjoyed your time over here at MSK's awesome stream and the way that he presents himself? I mean, it's just
I'm a
great.
professional. I'm a professional. I would never be on a live
He
broadcast. and
just
start-
shafts the other competition.
Oh,
just
yeah.
real hard.
I'm just saying.
But I think he goes a little gentle. You know, he needs to go in a little more roughshod.
It's more like
Oh, my
it's
word.
like you got to get
You know,
real
come
deep
on, this
in
is
there,
a-
like a bunch of
A
I'm
search and
very
rescue mission.
grab.
I'm very rough with women in bed. I know that. I think I am. Maybe that's the reason why they always leave. Huh? How do you get?
See, the reason he doesn't know is because there's been no women in his bed.
Whoa,
I mean,
whoa.
that's the obvious statement here. Give me-
I'm
Well,
pointing
earlier
out-
he said he liked to watch and cry.
No, that was a
sweet
joke.
Christmas.
I was joking. That's my ex
look.
does that.
As I've done to the
As I've
random,
done.
as I've done to the random few women that ever joined this fucking stream with MSK as the host.
I'm the only guy who brings women here. None of you guys do.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
I'm still
So-
trying to figure the
Do you
comment
believe-
about fisting a girl and pulling turds out? I mean,
Yeah, so he doesn't know anything. But as Kat is the only woman on the stream, as we've had randomly a few times on here. At any point in this stream, have you seen the way that MSK has talked or the way that he's held himself? Would you believe that he's actually touched a woman, spoke to a woman, and or been with a woman?
Yes.
Explain.
Answer for her. I can mansplain. That's what we.
I mean, it's a simple answer. The simple answer is no, but I want to hear your explanation.
The simple answer is no, but I'm trying to figure out how much of that is
Grand
play for
Challenger,
the show, that he's playing a character,
0%.
you know, and that he may have at least gotten to first base at one time before being slapped.
Oh God,
So
sex with women is so easy. Come on, it's easy to get. At least
He's
these
literally giving you fuel.
yes,
for
when
the
you pay
fire.
for it.
days. Okay, I would never do that.
Bring on the beat stick. Just
I'm
fucking
just saying. I'm the only guy who brings women on. You guys say you have women.
okay.
Where are you women at?
You're the
Offer
only one
her
that can
signals.
invite them.
You didn't
I
pay for it.
got some women on my book cover over here.
Oh my God, Warren!
I got
The shameless
Princess
plug.
Dragonia of the Deepwood.
Look
Look
at these
Dragon
women
Princess
that I
Tara of the
drew for
Burning
myself.
Empire. I got Raiden from Skyscraper City.
I drew so many women that I like. But look
This is one of Ishii's books.
Oh, that's it.
Oh
That actually is a
shit!
cool
Looks great.
cover. I'll
Looks
give
pretty
you
good. Yeah.
So
Wait,
I am glad, Warren, that you two are a connoisseur of the female form.
Me too.
I have-
I admire it.
I like beautiful women. Gee, I literally got them tattooed on me. Shit.
Nice.
I went out of my way to get them on my body permanently. Shit.
See, I love this group. I'm with men who want women and not girls who look like boys.
Yeah.
Well,
Or
I was wondering-
nuns. Or well,
was
I'm
wondering
fine
if,
with
well,
sexy nuns, but you know,
leather
not,
nuns have a place.
yeah, nuns have their place.
I
Nuns
was going to
have their
bring this
place.
up since women
In
are
the
top-
kitchen. Nah.
What? Hey! I'm putting my foot down in Warren's ass.
I would
Just
show
kidding.
one tattoo, but I'm pretty sure her tits are at, so I can't do
Her
that.
boobs are pretty big. I just noticed.
I don't
Yes,
have tats
admiring.
yet, but the one that I want to get is pretty busty.
Wait a minute,
what?
that's not
What?
true. I like women. I admire the female form and the boobs and the stuff they have.
Stuff.
That's what's kind. Yes,
Yes,
I'm on.
women like when you call it stuff.
You
I'm
think they're
on
made of
YouTube. I'm
ice skates?
sorry. I have to censor myself. I am a
There
professional.
you go. Look. That's from a distant view, so you don't have to
Wait.
see all the detail. But
Oh,
that's a
nice.
Lady
Pretty good.
Death holding a scythe and a sword on the back.
Very
What was I
cool.
gonna say?
What's that?
Warren, remind me what I was gonna say.
I got that forever.
Um,
I was gonna get a
You
female
know,
Grim Reaper too. It was not Lady Death, but
So
yeah.
this used to be a Reaper. Like you can see the scythe right there.
Is that the blackness in your
Nice.
heart peering
So
onto your
there's-
skin?
There's the scythe. Oh wait, there's the scythe going that way. I'm sorry, everything's reversed. And this is
That's
actually
okay.
cover up, and then
You're
it becomes a Wolverine Venom tattoo. Jesus.
Oh,
wow.
nice.
So you can see all of it.
DK
Very
Bones.
nice.
Oh, nice to meet you.
That's
How you
actually a
doing?
cover up tattoo. So yeah.
Wait, you guys
your
didn't know
artist
that?
is-
I got the original tattoo when I was 15. I got that like about 5 years ago. But, yeah.
Oh, that's what
So it
I
looks a little
wanted to bring
faded.
up. I wanted to
Nice.
bring up the fact that you were talking about women, the lady. Yes, you were talking about
Yes.
women. And what I've noticed with women conversations now, especially more on Twitter, is that women are just put in two categories. They're either perma victims.
MSK is gay or he's
Well, okay, there's two
ultra gay.
categories. There's two. Women are either perma victims or they can basically do no wrong. That's literally the box that women are in. I don't
Pretty
even
much.
know.
Well,
Yeah, and
some
that's
women also
bullshit.
try to stand in both boxes at the same time.
Yes, true.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's why it's bullshit.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
Is this
t-
tr-
utter and complete bullshit.
Are we
Like-
trying to make this a segue into Ashley
No.
St. Sinclair? Or
No, I was
Ashley
saying that-
St. Clair?
I just find it fascinating that whenever people talk about women in any way, it's always they're the victims and they had no control over any situation, or they fucking can't do anything without us doing something for them.
Well, the
I
problem
just don't
is
get it.
that
I
there
have
was a
sex with women.
period where I would say women were well on their way to being recognized as equals, not the same in every way, just equals in that they were contributing members of society and that they were people, just people. They weren't a special class like they had always been. They weren't children to be coddled or looked after. They weren't I hate putting it in these terms, but I'm sorry. They weren't property, which is it's its own thing. They were actually being seen as people.
Just speak freely. Just speak it. Do it.
And okay, fine. And then in the mid-aughts or so, about when, I'm sorry, I got to use general terms, millennials started screaming their fucking heads off. They wanted it both ways. They wanted to have the equality, but also to be a special class and to be treated special, and that they still wanted guys to open doors for them and to pay for everything for them and to take care of them, but then to also be considered equals. And then all of a sudden that pushed even farther, and now women are supposed to be better than men and take precedent over men and take priority over men and get all of the jobs and get all of the special things, yet also be a special class where
And victims and weak
and victims and weep and all those other things. And it's all bullshit. It's all total and complete bullshit. Basically, because of that mentality, women are no longer in general seen as people anymore. They're seen as neurotic, psychotic craziness. They're seen as children. They're seen as not capable, and they're seen as Karens who will emasculate you and scream rape the second you turn and look at them. So, and then they're shocked that no guys want to date them. Unfortunately, women in popular view are no longer seen as people because of this shit.
They did
Well,
it to themselves.
Yeah.
I'm gonna surprise you with this, and I'm gonna say
Okay.
like I kind of agree with you. Other than when you hear someone like MSK speak, and then when he goes to talk, you don't know if he's actually gonna go masculine or feminine with whatever he's gonna say. Are his balls gonna actually drop, or are they gonna just float up and he's actually gonna become masculine? Because this guy is so fucking bitch made. Sorry, I just wanted to take that time to make a fucking joke.
I was going to say the
way
tattoo
this guy
on your
speaks.
skin is probably the darkness in your heart, right? Just saying. Huh.
Which part?
We know you're overcompensating, trying to be black right now. It's okay, man. You have black friends. I'll give you the N-word pass. It's okay, man. If you were to ask for that,
I literally have more black friends than you do, which
that's
is
not
crazy.
That's not a flex. Black people are doing crime, man. I'm good.
My black friends are awesome.
My black friend. Oh no, we're not doing that.
You
God,
You literally hit me up to get my black friends on your stream. Get the fuck out.
Because they were whitewashed. They talk white.
Oh,
I need proper talking white.
okay. Sorry,
I'm saying I don't want no
I
ghetto
had to throw
ones.
that back. Can we go back to what she was saying?
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
then what
After I
this
completely
whitewashed
roasted this
looking
guy,
wigger looks like? Come on.
I rose
Oh.
this guy's existence into
I used the W word, not the
Yes.
N word.
God, man, that was well put. Thank you. I know how to admire the female form. No, it's just something that I noticed, because if you only are putting women in these two boxes, then that means you honestly cannot have genuine conversation, because people don't even like it when you bring up that women don't take accountability at all. They don't. A lot of them can't.
Nope.
They physically don't even understand what it even means to do it. Some do, not all, obviously, but
all the rights, no responsibility.
Remember the old saying, "Women are always right"? Yeah, that was a terrible saying.
Yeah,
That's horrible.
Well, you gotta know the context for that.
Yeah.
Context matters. Oh, I'm done.
Yes. Whoops.
Oh, that was interesting.
Oh, welcome back. But no, the reason why that phrase was coined was the idea was you placate your wife. You just go, okay, nummy head, and you just tell her that she's right, or you tell her anything to make her happy so that you have a happy home and you might get a blowjob at the end of the day. I'm being honest.
How do you get these blowjobs? I've never had these. How do you get jobs from women?
Well,
you literally said you had one earlier.
Look, you guys are in a really
tough truth. What the
position here. You know, I'm Gen X. The dating landscape was totally different back then. I see women today. I'm so sorry, guys. Seriously, you don't deserve this. You really don't. You really don't deserve this dating landscape or the neurotic batshit
the ditty landscape.
Dude, are you having that much trouble like getting laid? Like, I feel like I can pick up an acoustic guitar and sneeze with my hand in the right position and make a John Mayer song, and all of a sudden I'll get laid 3 seconds later. Are you having that much trouble?
Are you talking to me, or who are you talking to?
You're talking to
MSK. No, MSK. Because
I'm
this
just saying,
guy
some people have it, some people don't. There's some girls that are just naturally attracted.
You clearly don't.
I used to have it back when I was younger, but I don't have that anymore because I'm old now. I'm disgusting.
I'm on a terrible camera. My hair ends.
What else has
I'm
changed?
36.
Nothing's changed, you
I
bastard.
don't know about everything. Dude, you want to see a picture of me at 25? It's ridiculous. You'll be like, holy shit.
Trying to crack my
You're literally the same age probably that I looked at. Well, obviously you're what, 25, 27?
I'm 30.
You're 30. If I showed you a picture of me at 25, you'd be like, holy shit, of course this guy's getting laid more than I did while I was playing shows in Hollywood. Of course there's a reason for it. You're not applying yourself properly. You're applying yourself.
What kind of music you're playing?
Oh, wow. I'm a death metal guitar player.
Hell yeah. Okay,
so on top of that, I'm a fucking good guitar player, and my fingers, that's to say
that's not biased at all. That's
they do work.
I played music. Yeah, I was the best at it. Yeah, okay. That's just not biased at all. Okay, it's all good. It's okay.
Dude, I could do it.
Wait, the bed was gone
for a minute. I could go find a guitar and just play some shit for you right now, and you'd be like, "What
Thank
the
you,
fuck?"
DK. Thank you, DK. Yeah, I give Cyfax clout, so it's only respectable he gives me clout back. You know, it's okay. The white man has to get back to the black guy. It's reparations. You know, you guys owe us for enslaving us. Whew. Not going down that road.
So MSK is South Park true that you can just pick up a bass guitar and go?
Yeah, I don't know if that's true. Oh, he's Tolkien black guy now, not Token. He's Tolkien.
But MSK wants clout, dude. Let's put it this way. My band had 30,000 people back in
shit.
MySpace. That's how old I am.
Okay, I'll give you credit. That's pretty
Oh, MySpace. Oh my god.
I'm dropping MySpace on this shit. I had like
Oh,
30,000 back then.
You guys have a
damn.
band
Forever
camp entry?
ago.
They were all like, Puerto Rican.
I
or
don't know
some
how your
shit,
voice
but-
isn't shot from screaming metal music. I don't know how you guys.
I played the guitar. I didn't sing. I wrote all the music, but I didn't sing.
Okay, it's this. I'm not pretentious, but I'm gonna say pretentious. Oh God, white people. Good Lord, I hate you
It's
guys.
weird. I'm oddly talented, other than I come and talk to you for some stupid ass.
Oh
reason.
my goodness, I'm talented. I can pick up a can and drink it. See, casual American talent.
Dude, you probably snort it through your fucking nostrils, but all right.
That sounds kind of cool.
Does your band have a Bandcamp account, or are they still available?
I have a Reverb Nation if you want to check it. It's death metal. If you're into death metal,
Sure.
Yeah.
This is not
so
true.
It's Reverb Nation. Here, I'll put it in the private chat.
What the
Okay,
heck?
cool.
If there was a Hall of Fame for the MSK stream, Cyfax would already have his gold jacket. Cyfax figured out MSK and has called out his BS and rated like no other. That's not true. That's not true. I'm like a wall that is impenetrable. Nothing can penetrate these walls I have around me.
How many episodes do I have to come on for a gold jacket?
You got to get up to at least 30.
Fair enough. I'm down for that.
You're in it for the long haul, buddy.
Introduce him to a woman.
I have to what?
Okay, do I
Introduce him
have
to
to eat a girl out for her to actually get an orgasm? Do I have to do
No,
that?
I should admit this to you guys. So if you guys saw
So,
the,
Ishiro and
the-
Finney, if you guys are interested, I just put it in the private chat. That's my
Got it.
band's page from Reverb Nation. That those songs, they're not mastered, so there's no bass behind it. But this is stuff I did about 10 years ago, and
Cool.
whatever.
Nice.
And it's a female singer. So the vocals you hear, that's actually a girl singing death metal. She's like,
Oh, like
that's
Arch
a chick.
Enemy?
Exactly like Arch Enemy, 100%. It's like
Nice.
Arch Enemy meets Amon Amarth meets Devil Driver, and the drums are like Black Dahlia Murder. So if you like it, let me know. That's the stuff that we used to do back in the day.
Very cool.
Thank
That's where I'm
you.
from. I'm the guitar player from that. Yes.
Oh, Warren, what do you want to say?
Let me know though. I'm actually super curious because it's been so long since anybody's actually been curious. But
I don't
Sorry.
remember.
God,
Yeah.
you were talking
sorry.
about me getting a date with a female friend you have.
Oh yeah, no, I was gonna.
no
gonna
one cares
mention
about you.
on the
I'm sorry.
on the recent
Man.
what is it? If you guys know Theo Snodgrass, shout out to Theo. He had me on a recent episode of Touch Grass, where we were supposed to talk about the current state of the traditional publishing industry and how all this like monster fucker and like dark romantasy stuff is being published and put in bookstores right now. But
That's
we wound up
pain.
talking. Instead, we wound up we got a little bit ambushed by one of the other panelists who put Theo and I on the spot about how often the two of us actually talk to and interact with women. And her name is CJ. Shout out to CJ. But yeah, she put me in the hot
CJ.
seat. And yeah, CJ, CS Johnson.
C.S. Johnson. Okay,
yeah.
okay. To be fair, she's married. Like she hasn't been in the game forever.
Well, yes, but then you should. Oh God, you guys gotta go back and see.
No,
the
wait a
clip,
minute.
'cause-
If you're married,
no,
and
she
you've
puts
been
me
out
on
of
the
game for,
spot.
like,
She puts me
10
on the spot.
years?
She basically says, Warren, when was the last time you approached a woman? And
Oh
I
my
just
God, man.
basically radio static comes out of my mouth, and then eventually very quietly, I'm like, it's
No, I'm
been a
just saying,
little
like,
while.
if she hasn't been in the dating game for a while, like the dating game has changed massively since people like her age have gotten married.
It
Way
has,
different. how you talk
in
to women.
part, and it's in part because of how the internet literally connects.
Oh no, it
everybody
is.
now.
Yeah, yeah.
Because now, I mean, all guys on dating podcasts has already brought this up, so I don't want to get too
C.S.
into
Johnson
it.
left me.
But-
How could she leave me?
Yeah,
She chose her husband over me. Crazy.
No, what is it? Because the internet connects everybody. A pretty girl out in the middle of nowhere in Nebraska, she could throw up like a few pictures on her Instagram or something while she's attending nursing school, and then she'll have guys with yachts in her DMs, or she'll have like she
Oh, for
can
real,
she can snowball followers quickly. You know,
Or
pretty girl.
even better, dude. The average girl that is like a 6 out of 10 is now apparently an 8, and their egos are so inflated because they can post Instagram photos. Man, the fucking world's
Yeah.
terrible at this point.
That until they realize they're disposable, and that's all they are.
What did I do? I gotta talk
No,
about me like that.
no, I'm not. I'm agreeing with you.
Oh God, you call me
They get to be
disposable.
treated as an
I'm
eight
not.
until they realize they're just one night fucks and throwaway.
Cyfax runs the show now.
Yep.
Warren runs the show.
What? Welcome to the
what's
BS
happening?
Warren show,
What the fuck?
everybody. Saturday
No.
night with BS Warren.
I was
I'm
saying
your
that
host
the,
of Blacks with Worlds.
Welcome here to the BS Warren show, and here we are with our vocal guest for
No,
That's how you
the thing with
entertain it.
everyone being connected is that an average girl can score a guy who has a yacht and has a yacht and a huge house and all that
Yeah.
shit and is rich. But what they don't know is that they're just a fuck for the night, and that's all they are.
Yeah,
They're disposable.
Yeah, like the average girl you'd meet at like Walmart, that's like a fucking 6 or 5, is now an 8 to internet people. That's crazy. That's legitimately insane. These women are like average at best. You can find women that look like Pokemon all the time. Just walk outside.
Yeah.
No, not my city.
Well,
My
they
city has
wear-
meth whores.
They
but
wear weaves.
Anywhere not here
To
in
be
California.
fair, there's a fetish for everything.
Yeah,
Yeah. The fetish thing is dicey. The fetish thing is dicey.
Okay,
I mean, you
Clip,
do
can
hear
you guys help
some
me with
like, yeah, don't interrupt me. I'm getting into it.
Help me out.
there's-
Blow me.
There you do run into like some romance stories where it's like, you know, he's fine with bigger women or something like that, but more often than not, like the guys that have this fetish, they already have, like the guys that have the fetish, they've already got a wife and she doesn't really involve herself in that. So what happens is the guy goes out and basically finds like women to basically treat as pieces of meat. So if he's into really big women, he'll have a wife that's like reasonably sized, but then he'll go out and like have like a roster of fat chicks that he bangs in his free time. And the wife, you know, and you should hear the way some of the wives like talk about these, you know, basically the road meat, the road beef. It's despicable because
But to be fair, if she knows he's getting side pieces and she's okay with it, then that's their relationship and that's their relationship. As far as the side pieces go, as long as they know that he's married and that there's no hope at all of him putting a ring on it, then again, all consenting adults.
Well, that's the thing is that girl that you just talked about, Warren did. That girl will chase that whatever guy, right? The one that has a lot of money, and that's what their options are. They think that's what they can shoot for. But in reality, they're always passing up the guy that works at Starbucks, the guy that's doing the 9-to-5 jobs, and it's like that right there is more attainable than a guy that owns a yacht or, you know, is a millionaire. Like he's not going to ever marry that girl, and by the time she realizes that, it's too late. The guy that she was on the level for, he's already moved. Well, men age better with time. It's just how it fucking works. Thank you, God.
Yeah, it's true. Women have a timer.
Hey,
women tap out at about 30, 35.
Yeah. And by the time you hit 30 and you're hit the wall and all your options are gone, well, it's a little too late at that point. But you know,
you do there. I will say you do have some time past 30. My mother had me when she was like 34 or 35, and she had my sister when she was 36. You know, I mean, having the kids is easier when you're younger. Especially as a woman, it's a lot easier when you're younger. So.
That requires sex, Warren. I'm not having that. How do you have these kids? How do you do that?
Perpetually bouncing between two extremes, this man.
You are very correct. The 30s is still in an okay time, but women definitely have punched their clock by 40, and anybody who says differently is lying to themselves, because I have known way too many women 40 and older who just what they've had to go through to try to get pregnant is insane, and the childhood that they offer for that kid when they're 40 when the kid's born is just not the same quality as if they were younger when the child was born. And it's not a good situation. In fact, usually they wind up getting divorced if they were married at all when they have their kid. All
Or
of the ones
you
I've
you
met.
do
And
like
I'm only speaking from my personal
somewhere-
experience, but that's true.
I'm somewhere in between with that because like my late teens to like early 20s, like I was doing all this music shit and whatever, and I was pretty chubby to where I was just getting into losing weight. And then I started losing weight when I was doing the music stuff. And then my mid 20s, like I was probably in the best shape of my life. I got on these fitness programs or whatever, and I was looking good and everything was going good. And then things fell off. I'm not gonna lie, like everything kind of just like tanked. And I was like, well, whatever. Now I don't give a shit. So I'm somewhere in between what I look like at the end of like the bad parts and the mid parts, and I'm like, I'm somewhere in between. Like, don't get me wrong,
But
I'm not
to
300
be
pounds.
honest-
I'm like 215 when I used to be like 270. Like my
But
height
you're
was like
male.
270.
Men
Yeah.
don't have an expiration date. And
There's hope
Yeah.
for
Oh, I-
to
me.
be fair,
Yeah,
you are definitely a handsome man.
Thank you.
So-
I appreciate that. And
See,
this is
there's
from a
there's
bad
hope for me.
camera. Look at
Yeah.
that. This
There's
is
hope
from
for
a
me.
bad camera. She's actually justifying my existence.
No, she's being nice to you.
Thank
I'm
you.
She's,
I'm so
she's
happy.
justifying my existence here.
MSK,
I'm kidding, dude.
come to DC. Come to DC and go to the clubs here with me sometime. We'll pick up
Is
some
there black
ratchet
women
girls.
there? If there's Shaniquas,
Oh
I'm
yeah,
running.
bro. You
How-
the
how about
black
that?
population of
what-
DC is
What he's saying
huge.
is even people that look as bad as you can get laid. It's fine.
Okay. Okay. Mm.
Warren's not denying that.
No, 'cause
Notice how he
I was
didn't
gonna-
defend that?
It'll be fun. It'll be fun. It'll be a great time.
Women
we
eggs
beat
at
up
some point.
you know,
Don't they dry
Hey
up?
Warren, what
Like
would
your
I do
eggs
out there?
are gonna
What
be
would I
there,
do out
right?
there? Let me just like
The freezing thing is a half lie.
That's okay.
Well,
Yeah, people can't freeze
also
them, yeah.
that's expensive. That's
It's
really fucking
expensive as fuck. They tell you your eggs are good for 10 years. They're really only good for 3. And then they start deteriorating.
So when are my eggs going to expire?
MSK, the problem
go
that
check
you
the
have
fridge.
is just literally your person. The problem you
90.
have is just your personality in general. Like that's the biggest deterrent that everybody has.
They're saying my ego is super inflated and I'm not a
No,
risk
even
master?
look, even as much as I've been like probably a deterrent to whatever, I'm sure Ishiro and Cat here would probably not mind hanging out with me on their spare time if they randomly ran out or like randomly
Listen
ran
to
into
this.
me, and they would run into you and they'd be like, "Fuck this guy."
Okay,
because
so that
you
isn't
just-
pretentious at all.
It's not. I'm actually just being serious. Tell me I'm not being fucking absolutely real right now on this stream.
No, they would choose me. All right, okay, it sounds kind of gay.
Oh yeah,
but
they would absolutely.
what would you
choose
guys choose? Are you
He
choosing
has
him or me?
800. He has 800 more subscribers. He's more interesting. Get the fuck out of here.
I'll
dude.
say I'll ask Ishiro.
just
It'd be
more-
kind of weird
I'm
if I
just
asked his wife, Ishiro, who are you hanging out with, me or him? If you just saw us both.
Go ahead. Just
Warren,
go ahead.
because he's got that mask. He's
Oh my
mysterious.
god!
Thank you. I appreciate it.
So he basically chose me because me and Warren are
I-
wearing black.
I believe you. I believe you so hard right now. Good. Hit
He
me
can't
up.
handle
Let's
getting
hang out.
rejected. He can't handle that he lost to the top G. There you go.
Oh, that's one that I will say. Speaking of like meetups and going places, I want to know if Jay drunk 3PO. I want to know if he's coming back to Philly again this year for Philly Fan Expo. Because if
I
he
don't
is,
know.
I'm driving up. I'm making the trip.
I met him out. I don't know if MSK was there when were you there when he showed up in that like Lamborghini or some bullshit out in
No. He didn't show up last year. No.
Okay, so I was there the year he showed up in that like it was either a Lamborghini or some bullshit. That shit was hilarious because he wanted to make it all slick and he's like climbing his big ass out of this small ass car.
Because he's like
was
6'5",
so funny.
right? Something like that. 6'3".
so I've
Here's
met him.
Tony Robinson here has got an interesting question, but we should wait till Kat comes back.
Wait, hold on. She's a girl. That means we must talk when she's not here. That's how it works.
Oh no, I want her take on this question.
I'm gonna use
Sure.
the restroom then. I'll be right back.
What the heck?
Curious.
Interesting. It's not that they're rated higher. It's just that incels just have access to following them via the internet. Those same incels always felt that way. It's just more public via dating apps. No, that's true. Also, dating apps were complete trash. Dating apps were just actually terrible.
Yeah, it's I don't.
I installed
recommend
all
using
of them. I had them
Yeah.
at one point. I did long time ago, but they're all trash. All of them are bad. None of them are good. If you see an ad for one, it's the same shit. Bumble, fucking Plenty of Fish, Tinder, any of that shit. All trash. You know?
If it's free, it's trash.
Well, yeah, you know about that. And then they have to they pay you. What was the thing? You can get like more tokens or some bullshit like that. By
Yeah, you
paying
get
them.
more swipes, all that. You can pay
Yeah.
for
You
you
have
can
to
pay
pay to
for
get
premium.
love.
You can pay for
Yeah.
a mega premium.
Mega premium.
they do freaking tiers like it's Hulu.
Yeah.
It's
Like,
crazy.
I don't know.
I
I'll
think
just
we
find
should,
that gross.
I think we need to address Tony's question down.
We got rid of the Asians.
Oh no, bring them back. They wanted to do. They wanted to say something relevant.
Okay. Do you feel women who do corn and OnlyFans deserve a relationship? I'm not answering this.
Well,
Kat, you go first.
deserve is kind of a harsh word. Really, the question is are they willing to actually have a relationship and not just a transaction? The
They've
problem
also-
is that these OnlyFans girls, they don't know the difference.
Yeah, and they also don't understand that they've got a significantly greater amount of effort that they have to put in given their past.
Well, there's
Yeah.
a lot of
They have to
Yeah.
take.
Yeah.
You got to take accountability and admit that you were a hoe. you
that
know.
doesn't erase your past. Because I think
No.
Yeah,
one of the guys in
exactly.
the group chat, we were talking about that. He was like, well, if this person had a bad past and people can forgive them, but that's not how but that's right there. When we talk about nuance and context earlier, that's where nuance and context play in. Just because some people forgive you for your past does not mean others have to or they will. That's just how it works.
Exactly.
Well, and it doesn't mean they're required to forget about it, and it doesn't mean
True.
they're required to date you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's the thing. You
Exactly.
do
You can't
Yeah.
shame you can't shame men into dating harlots.
Yeah, it's not gonna
No.
happen. Yeah, it's the thing that I brought up in the chat that day we were talking. It's like there are some people that are able to forgive and move and push past some stuff, but that doesn't mean that I have to do the same thing. Like guys are obviously held to a higher standard than that with women. If a guy was homeless or a drug dealer at one point, people will not ever not let that person live it down. They will always be told that. But with girls, we're supposed to just be like, no.
If he's
Go ahead,
slinging dope, then there's
Well, yeah, but I'm
there's
saying, like,
still
after
gonna be
he
like
got
a
clean-
wide. There's gonna be
Yeah.
a wide array of ratchet women willing to
Oh,
step
yeah,
in
yeah.
and
I
be
was just
part of
bringing
his
it up.
life.
Know that there's a dating service for guys who are in prison for murder, and they
That's crazy.
have no shortage of women who want to date them.
So weird, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
You know,
one of those
like
things.
Scott Peterson. Anybody remember who Scott Peterson is?
I don't.
No.
I don't know
Scott
who that is.
Peterson killed his wife, Lacey Peterson, in the aughts
Mm.
and dumped her body in San Francisco Bay.
Oh dang.
So, he is, and he was giving her jewelry to his mistress because he thought it would be thoughtful.
Jeez.
Now, if a woman does OnlyFans,
Oh.
does she deserve a relationship? Nobody, deserves kind of a weird word. I think more of the fact is
Confined.
can she find, because that's a character judgment right there. I mean,
Mhm.
she chose to sell her snatch on the internet.
For $3.99.
Yeah, exactly.
Even
And I mean,
worse, if
there's
she
also-
got like a degree to have an actual career and she
Yeah.
drops it to
Yeah.
show her snatch.
I mean, basically, she says she has a price.
Yeah, that's the other thing I was gonna bring up too with the drug dealer example is because if a person got clean, but you know that person potentially sold drugs to like a teenager, and now that person's hooked for life, and many others, it's like, yeah, you
Right.
kind of did the right thing, but you did also some very bad things that ruined a bunch of other people's lives. And guys are always held to that standard. If they do something wrong, they will always never not let them live it down. Women were supposed to pretend and act like, what you did is wrong or bad, but now we have to have it on some moral high ground. Now everyone should just forget your past. It's like, no, why
Hell
are
no.
women held to that, but men aren't? I find that weird,
It's another one that's weird, and I'm wondering if this is a Gen X versus millennial Zoomer thing. For Gen Xers, what I'm hearing right now with a lot of these, like OnlyFans chicks, or you watch the whatever podcast.
Great
You shouldn't ask a girl her sexual past. You have no business asking. You have no business knowing.
I got an interesting comment.
When
on
I
this.
was or during Gen Xers, that
Yeah.
was a requisite. You needed to know.
Mhm.
That was like, you both were very open about that.
Well, it just depends on your tolerance. Oh, you're married. You don't have to go through that. But like
No,
nowadays,
no.
since
When we
girls have
first
been,
started dating, on like the second date, we had that talk.
no, you should. No, I'm saying you should, because if you want to be with the girl and she's been with like maybe like all your friends, it's like, is that someone who you really want to be with? Now, people can. I'm
Nah,
saying,
if she's with you, if
But
she's
you-
if she
you
was
guys
with
are
one of
ju-
your friends, that's
Sure.
that's a no. That's
That's
a
a
hard
homie.
no.
Those
That
things are
ends
all
the
terrible.
that ends the date, the relationship, everything right there. You can't even be friends with her. And I know that sounds really extreme, but that's the
Not
truth, because
exactly
you
true.
can't.
Not
know,
exactly
you-
true, but the hypotheticals that you guys are throwing out there is like, you're assuming that every guy out there, like the way that you guys are talking about it anyways, is like that guy is as interesting as they could be if they were X amount of like drug dealer, blah blah blah, or they're all going around doing all this crazy shit, and then you're simply comparing them to all these kind of people that possibly could be that. That's the way that I've been hearing it for the last couple minutes while I was AFK. Let's just say that.
no, what I was bringing up was the fact that if a
Because obviously, like MSK is not anywhere as interesting as that. Give me a break.
well. I was bringing up the fact that if someone has a horrible past, why is that? I guess if a guy has one, then that means we have to automatically just keep condemning that person. But if a girl does it, no, she can do better. We can just forget it all. It's like, where does that come from? I really don't understand where it comes from. It's because people think
Girls.
It's just because it's a girl, a guy, because they know guys can take it more.
They know
Girl-
they wouldn't
girls
get boyfriends
girls
if they
automatically
don't have-
reaffirm other girls. Men actually condemn other men. They're just like, fuck you for being like that. But at the same time, we'll
Fuck you,
re-accept you
fuck
back
you.
into our ranks. It's like, well, fuck you for doing that stupid shit, but you can still hang out. And men are way more accepting of dumb shit than women are.
Well,
And women, also the other thing with women immediately can, like, women naturally just sit there and attack other women, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Like the way that men attack other women, like, obviously, dude, look, like what a show, like 22 episodes of me being on here with MSK. There's
And
not
you
one
still take
episode
L's?
where I don't sit there and talk shit about this guy, and he still invites me back. It's because obviously men can get along with talking shit about each other.
You
It's
actually
fun.
think you're winning? That's crazy. That's cute. That's
I didn't
awesome.
even.
Can't. Women
I
want to kill each other.
look. See, that's a woman's mentality. I never said I fucking was winning. I just said I'm sitting here talking about it. I said I talk shit about you with your woman ass mentality, but you at least let me come back on here every fucking time.
It's
right?
my white privilege that I allow.
Sure, exactly. The difference is like, if I sat there and I was invited onto a woman's stream and I talked the same way or even relatively the same way, like, guarantee I'd probably be kicked off that stream and be like,
That's
hey,
because
can
why you
can
would
stop
get
this
kicked off? Genuinely, because they know you're telling the truth. If anyone would do that, they know you're telling the truth because they know deep
Well,
down
I'm
that's
also
true.
telling the truth to you, but
no,
it's like, even if you're telling the truth to a dude or whatever, it doesn't fucking matter. What it is just like,
Yeah.
look, you're talking truth, whatever, but at the same time, it's also kind of funny, whatever, and you let it ride, and everyone's just like, hey, it's kind of funny. As you go down the line more and more, it's just like, whatever. It just becomes something like this. It just becomes part of the show. But anyways, I'm gonna let it ride. Whatever.
no, with
You-
the thing
you
with
guys go.
guys, you
It's
say
fine, man.
guys will judge
We
other
don't
men.
care.
Men will judge other men for what they do, which you should. But the difference is also you can earn that respect back. If a man earns his place in the hierarchy, in the pack, if he shows, okay, yeah, I was a fucked up guy, I got myself straight, that is a possibility. And none of that exists in the female world.
Nope.
I'll also say this too, and the reason why I guess you could say drugs and sex don't equal together is because it's much different, right? So like, people just value women's sexuality different from men. It's just what it is.
That's true.
It's been that way since like
Forever.
caveman days. Literally ever since time began, women's sexuality is looked at differently. And plus, when women take way different attributes from sex than men do, it's just what it is,
Mhm.
But women don't ever see it that way because they're like, I don't feel anything after banging this guy. Well, then stop doing it then. Oh, I have a fucking hell. You just we're talking to lunatics here. It's actually what a lunatic would say, you know? But I don't know. I'm just a top G Riz master who gets all the ladies. Cyfax agrees. But,
Well,
you know.
to go with what Cyfax was saying,
Over
you know,
me?
guys will tell you to your face a truth, even though it may, you know,
Ruffle
it
some
may not
feathers.
be fun to tell it to them.
Mhm.
And that's why guys can respect each other. Women can't tell each other the truth to their faces. Women can't even like, yank each other's chains and shit around, for fun.
But a trans woman?
No. Women
They're
have to be
yanking
nice to each other, and then they turn around and they tell everybody else, and then it gets back to the person what everybody else has been saying about them. Not only that, women, once they don't like each other anymore, there is no going back. And I say this because
I've
I
literally
don't
said
have many
hard.
female friends. I only have male friends, except for 2 women. And
Watch out, Ishiro.
it's because I hate being stabbed in the back. I am
No.
a proud misogynist
Watch
on
out.
that point.
DK, Cyfax's friend said, I'm so glad I'm married. This generation of women want everything, but don't want to give anything in return. Yeah, that's another thing I want to bring up. I'm glad you brought that up. So, but to be fair, I will say this. I don't actually mind this as much as other people do. I think as a man, you should be providing everything. But at that point, you need to realize this. What is that girl giving you? If you're doing everything, what is she actually giving you? If you, I have my personality. That's a dime a dozen. I can find a better personality.
Mhm.
You know? Like if you're actually...
Dogs have personality.
Yeah, because girls will always say that though. I want a man who's this, and that. What are you bringing to the table? Some of them don't even bring jobs. I know girls now, they're like, I have a job. Okay, that's at least something. They don't even have a job. What are you actually bringing in? No money, no car, no apartment. What the fuck you got then? Just a mouth?
She, you know what she'll say? I am the table. I saw that shit on a clip of Fresh and Fit. As soon as I said that, I said, yeah, you're the table, all right, because you like to be on all fours.
Just go up to a girl and just be like, you like it some in or some out. That's what you got to do to girls now. You know, I won't do that because I'm a pussy. I will never do that. I'm a gentleman. I'm a professional, but it could work, honestly.
Dude, why do I feel like I'm on a stream with like other than Ichiro, who obviously is married here? Is it like, am I surrounded by 2 dudes who have never been with women? What is happening? What the fuck is this shit? Like,
what do you mean? What are you talking about? What have I said?
They prefer to be on all fours. Like, Jesus Christ, dude. Like, look.
No, that's just because I'm barbaric and crude and vulgar.
Sure.
I'm just putting it into perspective. It's all I'm saying is if you're doing everything, and
I'm gonna put you both on blast right now. Jesus Christ!
I'm just pointing out if you're doing everything as a guy, and she says, I just got my love and my personality. Yeah, well, the fuck, I'd rather just be by myself then. The fuck's that gonna do for me? Your love? Oh my god, she's not your mom. You know, I don't have a dad. I'm black, so can't really have that one.
Shit.
Gosh, do I sound crazy?
No.
Yeah, you sound like if there was a stereotypical Pokemon, you would be it.
I'd be a Charizard. I'd be a dragon burning fire.
Be like racism, go, and then like MSK shows up. Like what the fuck is this?
I was about to say he would be. You know that one Pokemon, Jinx.
Oh, Jinx.
That's what MSK.
Okay,
would be,
all right, okay.
Mr. Mime.
Yeah, I'm Charizard.
A black white face, and he's also Jinx. It's like a mix between Jinx and fucking Mime's distorted fucking cousin.
Jinx.
Yeah.
No.
Jinx is Mr. Popo in a wink.
Oh, okay.
Remember, Mr. Popo's a
I love
allegory
the
for
explanation.
black people.
That was so much funnier. It's Mr. Popo in a wig.
Oh god. Shit.
Popo.
Oh, Mr. Hobo. Shit. All right. Okay. Well, we've reached the upper echelons of misogyny here, and I love that. I can't stand women. I think women are just disgusting, honestly. But
fine. I ran out of cocaine. We're good.
Dude, you didn't share?
I feel like everyone believed me there. Which, damn you.
Well,
But
no, it's
I don't know what you're
Southern
talking
California. I remember those days.
Was like back in the 90s?
Yeah.
Oh, good
I
lord.
got job interviews coming up. I'm not gonna do any of that.
You're
You
living
say
a
as you sniff.
You're leaving the construction thing. You don't want to do it anymore.
No, I specifically do construct. It's a fucking joke, dude. Jesus Christ!
God, why are you yelling at me?
Content.
God.
Oh,
Oh.
I was about to say, yeah, he can't do cocaine because he's gonna be the one interviewing people to hire. Just side facts in the middle. What are you doing? What value you bring? What value? What value you bring?
Cement, I swear.
So racist. There's white people just doing cocaine all the time. I don't know what you're talking about.
Why are all white people drug addicts? That's not a stereotype. Most white people are drug addicts. They're actually just insanely just weird. Fucking hell, man. That's
I'm gonna
messed
leak
up.
the DM. I'm gonna leak the DMs. I'm never mind.
I'm gonna reveal to the world what you said about Ishiro. You called him Japanese. You called him a sushi.
I just met this guy tonight. And I said he looks like he cooks rice perfectly. Jesus Christ.
No, I do the cooking.
I can't cook for shit.
Me neither. I
Oh
literally can't do it.
I was already wrong. What are you doing?
I should tell y'all when I was in college, I had a couple roommates. They never left the room ever. Not even to eat. Like they would go out to the grocery store like once a month and grab all their food. No, wait, this is the funny part. I had some friends come to my dorm with me so I could grab some
just once?
So I could grab the liquor that we were gonna take to this tailgate. And we grab the liquor and we leave the dorm and one of my friends looks at me, he's like, dude, I gotta be honest, it looks like you and your roommates are building fucking bombs in your dorm because they had like the rice cooker out and we were all engineer. I don't want to get too much into what I do during the day, but we were all engineering majors, so there were like computer parts and shit all over the desks and wires and like Arduino stuff, and so yeah.
Dude, if we get on stream sometime and we have time to talk about it, I did a let's just say a bong experiment that was ridiculous. Definitely didn't work, but it was hilarious in the long run because of how stupid it was. And it worked, but it was the most inefficient thing I've ever seen in my life. But I'll talk about it to you one time, but not now.
Yeah. I can go out to your place of residence. We can have a cold beer and go and hit on some chicks.
Oh, you're not invited.
Yeah.
Warren, everybody else on the stream, you're absolutely invited.
What about
MSK, come to DC. Come to DC. We can party.
This woman who's not been here the whole night. Oh my God. Fucking hell. She's just been hogging up the panel, just not contributing. Man, sounds like most women in society. God damn it, man. I don't do meth. No, I'm not a drug addict. I'm not a weirdo. I don't need drugs or alcohol to make my life better. I'm perfectly fine.
If anyone wants some shrooms or no, I'm kidding.
He's got like a drawer for each.
He's a drug
behind him.
Oh my God. Okay, so all the joking aside, I literally went through like storage it was like a year ago. I think I said this before, but I opened a drawer and I haven't opened this for a long time. And let's just say that drawer would probably have put me in jail for a long fucking time. I was like, holy shit. Like, it's been like, I literally forgot about it. I'm not going to say what was in there. I'll just say that it was jail worthy. It's all gone now. Don't worry about it. But
you had the Infinity Stones in there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's crushing.
I was like, what the fuck? What the hell was I doing in my 20s?
He's crushing them up doing lines.
My mom was like, hey, can I sell this dresser? And I was like, oh, let me come check it out. And I was like, no, you can't.
You think he looked
That's
like Leonardo
super
DiCaprio?
illegal.
You think he looked like Leonardo DiCaprio in The Wolf of Wall Street when he was blowing meth out of that hooker's ass?
Look. My 20s were way different than now. But I'm not going to lie, they were a lot more fun.
So now you're old and you
I was
settled
still
down.
living in San Diego. This is a friend of a friend's story, but some friends in college knew people who went down to TJ. And on the way back, they decided to buy furniture because that's what you do in TJ? ? And the furniture guy said, hey, I'll knock off a couple $100 if you move this table with you. The table was made out of hash.
Like
Yeah, this is
pure
like
hash,
Cheech
you
and
could
Chong.
smoke the whole thing.
The
That's
entire
actually,
thing.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, and of course the sniffing dogs caught it when they tried to, go across the border.
Oh, they were foolish enough to say, yeah, sure.
They were foolish enough to say yes.
Yeah.
Oh God.
When you start getting hit with
I have
vague,
a
shifty
funny
shit like that.
story to tell, but I'm not going to tell it on stream. But
Oh, those are the best kind of stories.
When we go behind the scenes, I'll definitely throw that out there. I don't give a shit. 'Cause, I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
it's at least 10 years ago, so it's like outside the laws of what's it called? That jurisdiction. What's it?
Yeah.
What's it called? There's a wording where there's a certain
Statute of limitations.
statute of limited. There you go. Yes. Yeah. So it's way past that, so it doesn't matter anymore. But it was funny as hell because it literally happened, and I was like doing some bad shit. But it was funny to me. Like I can look back and I'm like, ha, got off on that one. But
Well,
yeah,
the
super
MCU
stupid.
is going down the drain and is in a current debt spiral, and so is Syphax's nose, apparently. See what I did there? Clever. I'm a
Had nothing
genius,
to do with
actually.
my nose. It was actually when weed was not legal. So it was herb. It was just fucking marijuana or whatever.
Yeah, it's like,
I remember those days.
I could go out and get, hey, cat, lady, do you have any
Yeah.
you have any older female friends that are post-wall, can't have kids, and need a sugar baby that they want to give money to?
No.
Oh, shit. I
Cool,
tried.
because MSK couldn't give them money anyways. So yeah.
Oh, God, man. I tried. Oh, man, women are just a different species. I'm not trying anymore. I'm retired at this point. I'm good.
You're hanging your dick out to dry, huh?
That's too big. So, and women would come constantly, keep seeing me. So, no.
Like a windsock.
Oh, God, man. I'm done.
He hung up his bench warmer towel and then he was like, I don't know how I could pass this on ever. No one could ever warm this bench as well as I do.
Never mistake this guy for being nice. Just saying.
You're correct. I'm not here to be nice.
He gives all the
Especially
homeless
to
people
you.
money. He gives them all the change they're asking for.
But what does he want in return?
I was like, in his area, you probably have a bunch of them in tents. There's literally roads of tents under bridges. It's actually just disgusting.
Actually, no, I'm literally in the outskirts of LA. And to be fair, one of the funniest gifts I ever gave one of my friends during Christmas, which was around her birthday. So it was like, hey, here's your Christmas gift. I literally went around my town and collected job applications and gave it to her as a fucking Christmas gift. Because she was like, I don't know how to make money. What am I going to do? And I fucking handed her a fucking Christmas gift. She opened it and it was like 17 fucking job applications. And
Wow.
she, I'm not going to lie, she started crying. It was kind of bad, but to me, it was hilarious. So, whatever.
To
Well,
be
Because she was
honest,
like, I don't know how to make money. She always just dated like all the kind of rich friends around us. And then when all of them broke up with her, she was like, what do I do? And I'm like, here you go. Here's your Christmas gift. Boom. She didn't know what the fuck to do about it. I'm like, here you go work. Fucking bitch. Like,
what is wrong
Sorry.
with you? What is wrong with this man?
that's
This
the
man,
best gift ever. I literally gave you an opportunity.
just literally give that same job application to a black person. If you see a black person at the welfare office, give them that. They want money.
again, I did that to my stepdad.
You're the stepdad? Oh, good Lord.
Yeah.
What about your real dad?
My real dad, he worked, he's Q, or he was Q for the government. He would build cool gadgets and shit, although he was married 4 times.
Huh. Good man.
I was you said Q. I was like, wait, like Q from QAnon?
No, Q from
James Bond.
From James Bond.
James
Uh,
Bond.
Yeah. As
lives-
you started explaining the gadgets part, then I
Warren,
caught
you're
it.
online. You're online too much, man. Come on.
Yeah, Warren, you gotta calm
Yeah, he
down.
worked for
That's like
aerospace.
QAnon. That's what Q means. Like, dude, there's
Hey,
like a
man.
QR code for like everything out there. Come on.
I can be James Bond. James Bond's going through a tough time right now. hire me as James Bond. Let's do it.
Nah, wait, what was it?
Yeah.
What's his name?
Hire James Bond if he was a skinny fucking 105-pound gay black man. You can get
Gay. I'm a
you
straight
get
as a highway.
MSK. You can get MSK for like $35.
Hey, I know how to give.
Worse than Doctor Who.
I know how to give women orgasms. It's easy. You just have to thrust good. That's how it works.
Yeah, he'll point you to the men that'll do it for you.
That's really gay, and that's how you end up with a sore butt at a Diddy party. I know how to eat the box too. Kids,
Which he knows how to do, which is only an extra $5 charge.
hey guys, you need to eat the woman box. That's how it works. That's how you get them to do anything for you. I have to PC
Notice
myself.
how he
with this
talks
YouTube.
about it. You just know that he's never actually talked to a woman or been with a woman at all.
I talked to a woman today at work.
It's the most embarrassing thing I've ever heard in my life.
I talked to a woman today at work. What are you talking about? Okay, to be fair, they have to talk to me there.
Wow.
That's a little different.
Yeah, your boss telling you what to do. You're like, oh yes, mistress, please.
I would never say that. They
Fucking
know they have
Jesus
to ask
Christ.
me in a
What
direct
a
way.
pathetic human being. Jesus.
I'm retired,
Go
man.
ahead.
What do you want me to
Hey,
do?
are you gonna end this yet before I start roasting you harder? Jesus
I'm just saying, man, I should get retirement from all the freaking women I've been through. Where's my social security for women?
Well, that's getting reanalyzed right now because apparently it was one massive fucking scam, and your duly elected politicians were siphoning money from it.
Oh God, I hate it all. I hate it all, guys. MSK can eat a mean lunchbox. No, it's you just have to just lick up and down and kind of spell out your name when you're doing it. It's not that hard, obviously.
That alone says you know how to do it wrong. Do you not understand that?
There's guides on the internet how to do it. I never looked at them.
You're
watch
all
American
wrong.
Pie.
You're so wrong.
I'm just saying, if you don't know how to make rice, you go and look up how to make rice or cook it very good. If you don't know how to eat vagina, you just go and look it up.
If the internet is your guide, you're already failing. I'm sorry.
There's guides on eating vagina. I'm sorry. I don't read them because I'm not a loser like that. But
you literally admitted to it right now.
I'm black. We always lie. You can't believe anything we say. Obama lied too.
Like your stream is successful. Great. We got him.
Obama lied to the people. He wasn't for gay marriage until he got in the office and he took it to the whatever. Doesn't matter. Oh, that's good. Oh, God.
Well, him and Mike,
God, man. Remember that story that the one guy came on? It was on Tucker Carlson's podcast. And he was like, yeah, with Obama, we had some hot, fun time.
There's a fun button at the end. You can just hit end stream, dude, and you're good.
Oh, hey. Who's the
do
mastermind
outros
around here? Oh, yeah, I forgot outros. Yeah. All right, well, let's do outro. I'm sure we do. I have to go get some stuff done, honestly. I have to go fuck my wife, which is my couch. All right, Kat. What do you got planned coming up? Nothing. Great. All right. All right, now that we had that's Cat 2, so this is Cat 1.
Yes.
All right, so what do you have planned coming up?
Well, we have a ton of things coming up. First off, hopefully 01 Publishing, that's the number 0, the number 1 publishing.com, will be at hopefully the next Terror Trader show in Phoenix, Arizona, which is the a horror show put on by Terror Trader, which is the year-round horror store here in the Phoenix area. As well, we have
Ishiro Finney, author and alien in a human suit. What about me? What do you want?
Well, you are author in an alien suit, and what is it that you have
Human
to tell
suit.
us about today?
Oh, well, I can talk about Boobs of Steel.
Boobs?
Because we had a long talk today about, you know what? You blocked me when I told everyone it was available on Amazon in the chat. Why'd you do that?
I never did that. Did I?
Yeah.
I never did anything.
If you dropped a link, it automatically.
No link. It just said available on Amazon.
Oh, it's at Amazon.com. I think it thought that was.
Are you supporting
link.
Jeff Bezos? Oh my goodness, I can't support that man. Actually, I do every day.
But yes, Boobs of Steel is available on Amazon.com.
It is the best damn pop culture book you will ever read.
Mm-hmm.
We've got my graphic novel series, Case File Arkham.
Hell yeah.
Volumes
awesome.
1 and 2.
Also available on Amazon. They are Lovecraftian noir is the setting, but it is straight ahead detective noir with just Lovecraftian hell monsters just happen to be in the setting.
Mhm.
So it's a world where men are men, women are gorgeous, and the hell monsters from the abyss don't come with a trigger warning.
Nope.
And if you're into kaiju, I've got World War Kaiju.
So if I read that boobs book, will it get me laid?
You might.
You might. You'll come back far more educated.
Oh, true. Wait a minute. I see what he did there. That was a clever one.
So again, all of these books are available on Amazon.com or at 01publishing.com.
Also, if you're a final girl in a horror movie, don't tell Kat that. She will actually just go on a tirade on you.
Final girls are not strong.
What? Neve Campbell from Scream? Come on, she was a little strong.
No, she's not.
Stronger as it went on. Technically, no. But
this is definitely a debate I would love to have, but not today. You'll have to have me on again.
Yeah, I love handing out L's to women. It's just what I do.
Oh boy.
In my eyes.
Oh God. Okay. Now she's just fucking with me. I love that education was a deal breaker for MSK. Yeah, black people get education. What the hell?
I would
CNN.
love to have that conversation with you, by the way.
Who said?
My facts, I would love to have that conversation with you. Seriously.
It does not say that.
Oh, weird.
Who said that you could collab with her? Did I give you permission to do that?
I don't give a shit about what the fuck you say. Ishiro and Kat Rocha, if you want to
Oh
talk
yeah, it
about
sounds like
it.
your job, right? You listen to your Asian boss.
Wow. No. Well, I'm not talking to my black boss. Get the fuck out of here with your blame ass bullshit. No, she's actually interesting, and I'm curious to what the hell she has to say, unlike what the hell you have to say. So let's go with that.
Hey, it's
I
hard.
would love to have that
Talking to an intellectual is too hard for you, apparently. It's okay.
Yeah. Somebody who's actually interested in the topic, other than somebody who's like,
okay. I speak facts. Is what it is. Warren,
your
what
facts
you
are.
Yeah,
you get laid as much as I do. 0. Okay, I actually lied there. I would not know because I don't. Well, profess to see how you have sex.
Did it again.
What the hell?
You just don't like me, man.
What? What are you talking about? No. Oh, sorry.
Talking.
If you're not a mod on in the stream, you can't post links. That's a YouTube thing.
There's no link there.
There's no link.
What's in the world's going on? I don't know. Oh, drop it in here. I'll just put it. Oh, wait. I think you have it in here. I think you do. This is Warren. How you doing, man?
Yeah, this is me. This is my landing page, bswarren.card.co. You guys know me.
Nice.
Click on this books tab. You can scroll down here.
Oh, very nice.
I got Young Monarchs, Last War of the Eight Kingdoms. This is an epic thank you, by the way, Ichiro. I heard that. But yeah, this is Young Monarchs, Last War of the Eight Kingdoms. It's an epic adult high fantasy novel about 8 rural heirs who band together to stop an all-out war following an insane week-long bender on mushrooms. Super high-octane story. It's got tons of royal intrigue, lots of large-scale clashes between good and evil out on the open battlefield. You know, I blend genres with it. So you got, sci-fi clashing with fantasy. Goes absolutely crazy. You're guaranteed to love it. I got all 900 pages of this available on Amazon now, and it's also available in paperback. You can snag copies at these links. You just click on them. I'm not going to click on them because I just realized this tab is not in private, and so it's going to come up with like my name and stuff. But yeah, and then next year, book 1 of Fist of Terraheim is dropping. This is book 1 of a savage new saga soaked in blood and glory, carved in the wake of a falling star. It's about a young barbarian warrior who will be called upon to save his cold, frigid homeland from the return of a vengeful immortal leading a demonic army to complete the conquest he was denied so long ago. So that's going to be super high octane. You're going to be guaranteed to love it. So yeah. Well, yeah, that's what I got going on, and you guys know where to find me on Instagram and Twitter and all, pretty much everywhere. Though I haven't touched the Facebook page in a while. So.
Oh yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
What else do I have to say here? Oh yeah, we have.
There, I put it in the private chat.
Sorry. Come on.
Nice.
No. I was like, what the hell? My whole brain just turned off, which very rarely ever happens. I'm usually a cunning, smart individual.
It's usually only like 1 to 2 minutes into the beginning of every stream. But yes.
So tell me how you really feel. Jeez. Well, Sci-Fi, what do you have planned coming up?
Oh, what do I have coming up? Oh, I don't know.
Since you're so interested.
Restarting every stream, I don't know, 2 to 3 minutes into everything I'm talking about. No, okay. Let's be real. I'm going to do a review of The Monkey. Tomorrow I'll do a thing with Hold My DualShock, which is a great channel. You guys should all go check it out. They're actually
thank
really
you.
funny. Way funnier than I am by like 1,000%. But why are you just interrupting me, man? Jesus. Anyways, so Hold My DualShock. I'll be doing a stream on Severance. I'll be on there, and then after there, I'll be with the DA's office around 8 o'clock, maybe a little bit later, depending on how long the show goes. That's about that for the end of the weekend. So if you guys want to go check that out, go for it. That's it.
Oh, you didn't share my link.
I don't have it. I'll just grab it from her Twitter profile.
It's in the private chat.
Yeah, it's in the private chat.
Okay. Awesome. Give me 1 second here. But yes, go and check out everyone here. Follow them on Twitter, all the great places they have for social media, and subscribe to the channels. Actually, he knows a lot of black people.
I literally promoted the other black person that promoted me the most, which was DA. What the fuck are you talking about?
He's just trolling, man. God, have some fun.
Okay. Oh, no.
You got to hold back that white rage.
I actually think he doesn't know. Like,
it's WZ. He trolls on purpose. That's what he does.
No, it's like I don't know. The reason that I even grew, dude, I barely got what 135 subscribers. Get out of here. I'm not like blowing up or something. Jesus Christ.
You will blow up being attached to me.
Oh, clearly.
Yeah. See, I'm just saying, man, you gotta just I don't think you're doing anything. That's the thing is it's hard to really give new channels advice because it's kind of just good to just go through your motions first and then kind of see what you're good at and then see what your results are at. But you're doing things fine so far. It's nothing really that bad. Don't worry, man. I've seen worse. I've seen myself when I first started. That was bad. That was actually terrible. Then again, the technology.
I've seen worse with what you're doing recently. It's crazy. So,
Sci-Fax, what happened to you today, man? You need a hug, man. Everyone, he need a hug. He needs a hug. Jeez, man.
Oh, I need so many hugs. I'm so distraught, guys.
Yeah, we need an intervention. We need an intervention. Sci-Fax, what happened to you when you were 5 that made you who you are? It broke you. No.
A Gundam touched him in an impure manner.
I don't think you realize that, like, even when I come into places like this, and sure, they maybe not get as many views as other places get.
Right.
Meeting people like Ishiro, Finney, Kat Rocha, B.S. Warren. Obviously, I met him a few times. I love meeting a lot of these people. It just expands the possibility of knowing my name is out there, and same with theirs. I respect the hell out of that. So whether you like to think yours is doing as much as you think it is or what it actually is doing, that might be a different perspective on many people's accounts. But
True.
I appreciate the opportunity to be on here. So that's the best way I could put it. So there you go.
This man basically said, "Oh fucking hell, I hate this guy." He literally said, "You're trash. Your show has no
I
views."
said, "Fuck you" in the best way possible, and I'm gonna say it on the end there. Fuck you, boss.
I'm just saying, hey, people come here for the clout, and they
also cheers to that. Gross.
Hey, as I will say, people come here for the clout and stay for the entertainment. But no, as you guys know, for me, I have one goal this year: just putting out content in a shorter time frame. That's literally it. Glad you guys had a great weekend so far. It's only on Saturday, and tomorrow there's just a Cloud9 podcast. And Monday I'll have me and Sci-Fax. We'll be back here with Gray and Bob, unless Sci-Fax is sick because he was sick last Monday. Hopefully he feels better. Honestly, are you okay? Did your throat hurt? No, man, I'm serious. Like, do you feel
I
better?
was sick of being on here. Yeah.
Okay.
no.
Oh, even when I'm being nice to him, he just has to. He like lets out that white rage. It's okay,
He's
man.
never
I'll be your
nice, guys.
black punching
He's-
bag. It's okay.
He's
White
he's
rage.
never nice. I'm fighting it off.
Yeah, see,
The
Debbie's
whole
right.
time.
He always lets out his white rage. It's okay, man. It's okay. It's okay. We're here for you, man. We're your Alcoholics Anonymous group. You know, you have to introduce yourself. You can say how
Funniest
many.
part is when like all this comes around, it's like this is my one white friend that was actually on my side the whole time. He talks the most shit, and he's like, "I got you," and it's like he'll never admit it. But
According
whatever.
to IMDb, Syfax has about 7 episodes left before MSK replaces him. Well, technically, I like to give people a little bit of
Bring it
leeway.
on. That's it. What is that? A week and a half?
Oh, classic.
Thank
Plastic
God.
back? Hold on, give me one sec. Oh, I messed up the. Okay, it's back like that. Okay, I fixed it. I was tampering with some buttons in StreamYard and it messed up the
It's gonna
font.
break the mold.
I'm just saying. The thing is, I'll say this: I don't intentionally replace people as far as like I don't like them. I told people I want my shows to look like this, and I want it to look like this. That's it. That's really all it is. And if you are a provider of that, you can be around. That's how it works. You know, it's like I'm partner number 1. And you're partner number 2, you're partner number 3, and you guys are the guests, so you're not really partners. You're more like the, I don't know what you are. You're like my
Nobody's
samurais.
Look,
We're guests.
If
They're-
anybody
Yeah,
didn't know how
They're
streams
married.
work,
I think they
nobody's
already
actually
are
a
partners.
You come on for the idea of clout, which he is kind of right on. He's actually right on that idea. It's clout, but then like, hey, look, you get actual other viewership from my viewership. Everybody fucking knows that. And if you don't know that, congratulations. Here's a fucking, I don't know, kindergarten lesson in it.
I
Jesus
want
Christ.
MSK, pull that back up. Pull that back up from Walter.
to. I just want a cookie, man. Can you just give me a cookie? I'm cool with that.
Nobody's
I
giving
want-
you.
I want people to.
Oh, Walter, you
Dude,
rock,
I'm
man.
halfway to the point where, like, if I meet you in person, I might uppercut you as a fucking, I don't know,
You're talking
a
about
greeting.
what? Are
As
you
a greeting.
raging at me? Okay, I'm.
Oh, I
literally-
won't be mad about it. I'm just gonna laugh about it.
I'll
I'm gonna
just
make sure
dodge it.
people film it and I like make money out
I'm
of it,
essentially
but it'll
Ultra
be fine.
Instinct Goku. I'm instantaneous movement. I can move without my mind thinking. It's so simple. I might be
Yeah.
bullshitting there.
Yeah,
But
your,
it
your,
can happen.
your mind will be moving while your body is just fucking moving somewhere else as I fucking eradicate you from this existence.
Literally, I'll see your punch
Jesus
coming
Christ.
in 3D, slow motion to
Yeah,
dodge.
yeah, like 3 days late. It's fine.
Thank you all for tuning in. We greatly
Yeah, it was great.
appreciate your viewership.
I'm actively telling you that's gonna happen, and you're still gonna fucking accept it. It's crazy.
God, man. Hey, I'm friends with Chris Gore too, and he'll put you in your place. That's how
You're
it works.
not. You're absolutely not. But
Hey,
We
first
hope you-
season,
We hope you tune in to the next episode of the MSK show.
yeah. No, all jokes aside, I'm glad you guys had a great day, and we'll see you guys. If you're just watching this show, we'll see you Monday. But I'll be here all week, so we'll see you guys.